up the puck, and we have action at the Agrodome, and the Rebels win the draw. Skating to center ice is Brisky, dumps the puck down into the Pats end of things, off the back wall. Wilkie will scoop it up. He goes left-hand side to nobody. It goes outside the pad line, or I thought it did, but it was kept in by chasing number 9, Jonathan Zakuski. Actually, that was Lindgren who kept it in. He dumped it in the corner. Helper will get there near side wall. He flips it up to Collins. He goes cross ice. Dosdal and Marchand are going to get her going. Marchand throws a couple of left hands in on Dosdal. Dosdal will try to get back at him, but they two get kind of tied up, and then Dosdal gets Marchand down and throws a right hand in on him as he was down on the ice, and he blocked it with a good one. The linesmen come in, and that will be the end of it. But just 25 seconds into this first period, we get a little bit of fisticuffs and a good set two between Marchand and Dosdal, and that happened at the Pat line, and maybe that has set the tone already for what we might see later on in this hockey game.
Dosdal started that. He waited for Marchand along the boards and then hit him with a pretty good elbow. Marchand went to run Dosdal into the glass, and Dossie was all ready for him. Got an elbow right in the lips. That's what knocked Marchand's helmet all astray there, and then he came out and told Dosdal exactly what he felt about it, and they went to discuss it a little more.
Yeah, they got kind of tied up. There was a couple of punches thrown, and then Dosdal and Marchand got tied up in close on each other. They couldn't really get any punches. Dosdal ended up throwing Marchand to the ice, and then he got a good right hand in there. And we'll have to see what happens out of that. No extra penalties up on the board, so it'll probably be 5 minutes each for fighting, and that will be it. So Dosdal now only needs 6 minutes in his Western Hockey League career for 1,000 total.
That's a distinguished total.
Face-off will take place at center ice. Van Impe, a long slap shot in the Pats end of things, drifted high and up and over goaltender Walker, as well as the glass in behind the Pats net and up into the stands, and we'll get a face-off just outside the Pat line, near side wall. 19:25, lots of time left in this first period. Pats with Dowie, Biet, and Friesen. Harry Johnson and Nathan Dempsey on the points. Pats will win the draw, and it rolls down into the Rebels' territory. Biet will get to it in the corner. He looks for somebody in front. Takes a bump there from Jonathan Zakuski. Loose puck rolled to the opposite corner. Brisky will go after it. Dowie takes him in, and Johnson couldn't hold it in at the line, but Biet is back at center ice to scoop up the puck. He goes cross ice to Dowie. That was intercepted by Van Impe. He crosses over the Pats line, drops it for Zimmer. Delayed offside against the Rebels. They will have to clear the line, and the Pats get an opportunity to come back out. Harry Johnson at his own line, left-hand side, gets to center, dumps the puck into the Rebels' end of things. It's stopped behind his own net by Clegg. Picking up the puck was Friesen first in the corner. He tried to center it out in front. It was a rolling puck. Biet couldn't get a stick on it. Dempsey couldn't hold it at the line, and he throws it back from center to Ross Parsons at his own line, then quickly up to Friesen. And Dowie was in late. A little tardy getting outside. The Rebel line will get an offside call against the Pats. 18:40 left in the first period. No score, live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Rebels try to shoot the puck to Tyler Quirion at center ice. That went by him all the way down into Pats territory. Dion Zakuski, the older brother of Jonathan Zakuski, will go back to touch it, and we'll get an icing call against the Red Deer Rebels. Pats doing a good job on that last little sequence of trying to hem the Rebels in their own zone, Hammer, and they're doing it with some good body checking.
Well, the Pats are doing what I said would happen in the first period. They're going to come out, they're going to play a physical game. They're not going to try and do anything fancy, and what we saw with that line is they just went in, pounded, got the defense off. The defense weren't able to move the puck, and the Pat defense was able to pinch and keep the play in as well.
Face off to the left of Jason Clegg. 18-19 left in this first period. No score. Pats will send out Russ Houston, Jeff Petruik, Jesse Rozanzov, Ross Parsons, and Dion Zakuski will play the points. Pats win the draw. Here's Houston in the slot. He let a shot go, and it went off the heel of his stick, loose to the corner. Petruik will try to get to it. He had it taken off his stick, and Selmser will try to start back. He scoops the puck up to center ice. Dion Zakuski will wrap it into the Rebels end of things, and Clegg will come out and play it. It went off one of his defensemen, McBain, and just scooped by the Rebel net. Loose puck in the corner. Houston will give chase in there against one of the Rebels in McBain. He takes a bump from Houston, gets the puck out to center ice though, and Petruik will pick it up, put it right on the stick of Sean Selmser. Across the pad line, a shot, he scores! Well, there's a bad break for the Pats, Rob, and one of those situations where the Rebels just firing probably their first shot at the Pats net, and I think it hit somebody way out in front of Walker and one of the Pats defensemen and changed direction on Walker, and it went by him, and the Rebels have a 1-0 lead, and that will come at the 2:15 mark of this first period, and it will be Sean Selmser who gets credit for the goal. And for Selmser, that'll be goal number 20 on the season, so he hits a milestone.
I don't know that anybody deflected that. I think Petruik just made a bad pass, and Walker wasn't prepared for the shot.
Well, that's true, too. Off the ensuing faceoff, Toljanich will get to center and dump the puck into the Pats end of things. Wilkie will grab it there. Sidesteps a check from Cardinal, lost the puck. Helperl in there to help out. He gets it near side wall and scoops it out to center. Toljanich will throw it right back in. Wilkie will get it in his own corner. And feed it right up the middle for Judd Casper. That was deflected by Toljanich back towards the goal, and Walker comes out way out of his crease and smothers it for another stoppage. 17:20 left in this first period. 1-0 Rebels on a goal at the 2:15 mark by Sean Selmser, his 20th. Who picked up assists? I guess nobody, an unassisted tally.
It'll be Jeff Petruik with the assist. Unfortunately, he's wearing a white sweater instead of a black. Wilkie gives it up right in the slot again, and Red Deer could easily be up 2-0 with a break there.
Face off to the left of goaltender Mike Walker. Scotty Laux doesn't like the looks of his stick, so he will go to the Pats bench and ask for a new piece of wood. Pats will send out Helperl, Laux, and Judd Casper as the forward core. Wilkie and Collins will play defense. The Rebels counter with number 14, Pennick, Cardinal. Number 15 is Dale Donaldson, and Lindgren is on the point as well as Toljanich. Toljanich has the puck at the point. He let a shot go through traffic. It bounced wide off one of the Rebels' defensemen's or forward sticks. To the loose puck in the corner is Laux. He goes left-hand side for Casper, tries to play it off the wall. That was intercepted there by Lindgren, and the Rebels will shoot the puck down into Pats territory. Collins, lead pass at his own line for Laux. He makes a nice move, gets it up to Casper at center. He dumps the puck into the corner. Helper will get to it. He centers it back out in front. Steered to the corner. Collins will run into his man. No call. And here's a break for Cardinal. Across the pad line. He'll let a slap shot go. Kicked away by Walker. Loose puck out in front. Wilkie will scoop that away to the corner. Helper comes back low in his own zone and gets the puck up to the neutral ice area. Casper at center will sweep it in. The Pats will make some changes. 16.5 minutes left in this first period. 1-0 Rebels. Behind his own net is Darren Van Ipp. He comes out right in front of his own net. Lead pass right up the middle for one of his mates in Richardson. That was too far for him. Dempsey will go back and touch it. We'll get an icing call against the Rebels. 16:18 left in the first. 1-0 Red Deer live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Rebels will start back out of their own zone, and Neil Johnston, he gets to center, rifles it off the boards down into Pat territory. Lee Boutellier will try to get to it. He was tied up by Perry Johnson. Johnson comes away with the puck. He gets dragged to the ice by Lou Boutellier, and he throws it into the corner. Dempsey will tie up his man. Lou Boutellier will get to it near side wall now. Plays it back in behind the Pats net. Dempsey did a good job of steering that out of the way. He got it up to Biette, and Biette a long lead pass for Friesen at center. Doesn't click, but I think we're going to get a call here against the Red Deer Rebels. I don't know what happened there, why the whistle went, because it wasn't a two-line pass, a glove hand pass?
Glove pass, yeah, glove pass. Knocked down in the center ice area with the glove pass. I got to give Red Deer credit. They've had the better scoring opportunities here in the first 5 minutes of the hockey game. The Pats are actually lucky. Red Deer could easily be up 2 or 3-0 right now. Walker's had to make a big save, and one puck trickled wide. So give Red Deer some credit. They've played well.
15:48 left in this first period. 1-0 Rebels on a goal by Sean Selmser, his 20th unassisted 2:15 mark. Pats with the puck behind their own net. Nathan Dempsey left-hand side for Kerry Biette. He skates to his own line, now to center on the far side. Whips it into the Rebels end, and Dowie will get to it. He'll let a shot go in front. Center back out in front, Friesen with a backhand, and Clegg made both saves and will hang on for a stoppage of play, and then Dowie gets taken out hard in front of the Rebel net. No call, and the Pats will make some changes. And this time a face-off will take place to the right of the Rebels netminder, who I haven't seen these guys since early January, that being the Red Deer Rebels.
They haven't been in Regina for a while, but give Red Deer defense a little bit of credit there. They took care of the Pats forwards, weren't able to scoop up that rebound, and Clegg Smart just jump on it. Like I say, Red Deer's got to get an ugly win. It's a road win. It can't be pretty. They don't have to impress anybody here. They just got to escape with 2 points, and those are the things they need to do.
Loose puck in the corner down in the Red Deer end of things, and McBain will start back left-hand side at his own hash marks to his own line to center. And then he tries to go right-hand side for Zimmer. He'll play it off the far side boards in Pat's territory. Goes back to the point for Van Imp. He'll let a shot go, kicked away by Walker. Loose puck rolls right out to Pachuuk at his own line. He plays it off the boards to center. Pachuuk will get to it again. He's tied up by Jonathan Zakuski. Carries the puck into the Rebels' end of things and then lost it in escapes. Reichert is hauled down by Russ Houston at the Rebel line, and there'll be a penalty call here against Russ Houston on Craig Reichert. And that was a 9.9 in my books. However, the Rebels will go on the power play for the first time tonight. Rebels power play comes in, posting a 19.9% efficiency mark, and that is 13th best in the Western Hockey League. And when you talk about 16 teams in the league, it's not that high. Mind you, when you look at the Pats penalty killing units or unit, it's only 70.6% effective, and that is last in the Western Hockey League.
That's not good. Having a team score 30% of the time when they're on the power play is not going to do anything for your goals against average.
So the Pats with a face-off just outside their own line will send out Biet, Dempsey, Friesen, and Dion Zakuski. And Dion Zakuski will get the puck as the Pats won the draw just inside his own line, rifle it to the Red Deer line, and they start back. Zimmer at center across the Pat line, takes a high stick in the face from Dempsey, no call. And he'll go to the puck in the corner, leave it for Craig Reichert, left-hand point for Toljanich. He goes right-hand side for Van Imp. Van Imp still with the puck, plays it to the corner. Zimmer will get to it there, off the back wall to Selmser. He couldn't play it, but Toljanich will cover him up at the point and throw it back into the corner. Reichert lost the puck, and it squirts outside the Pat line. Pats will make some changes, and Reichert will start back at center. He dumps the puck in, left wing corner into the Pats end of things. Dempsey will get to it, tries to slap it around the board, stopped there by number 19 Reichert. Zimmer to the puck in the corner. He looks for somebody in front near side wall. Skates to the hash, back to Toljanich at the point. Left-hand side for Zimmer at the hash. He plays it in the corner for Selmser. Selmser back to Zimmer, near side wall at the hash, back to Toljanich, back to Zimmer, who's moved back to the point. He plays it down low for one of his mates in Reichert. Back to Toljanich. He'll let a shot go, and that went off Laux' stick and up and over the glass. And we'll get a stoppage of play. 53 seconds left in the Red Deer power play. It is their first of the hockey game.
In a minute 7, Red Deer was able to get one shot on goal. It was weak. It was from the blue line, and it went up into the crowd. So the Pats penalty kill in the first half of that penalty did extremely well at keeping the puck on the perimeter and not allowing Red Deer to get in tight on Walker.
Faceoff will take place to the right of Mike Walker, and it will be at the top of the circle. Pats with Laux, Dosdal, Dempsey, and Dion Zakuski. The Rebels will counter with Neil Johnston, Lou Batelier, Quiring, Van Imp, and Byron Brisky. Rebels win the draw, but it wasn't done fairly, and it's blown down right away. And we'll do it all over again. Rebels win the draw again. Byron Brisky, left-hand point. He skates towards the slot, now goes right-hand side for Van Imp. Cross ice for number 18, Johnston. He couldn't play it, and the Pats sweep it out to the neutral ice area. Neil Johnston at center. Will weave his way through the neutral ice area, right-hand side for Van Imp. Couldn't play it. Dosdal will run into him. Quiring pokes it in the corner. Nathan Dempsey will get to it, wraps it around the boards, kept in by Lou Batelier. He goes back to the point. Now here's a bit of a break for Dosdal as he intercepted the puck. He gets to center, wraps the puck to the Rebel line and hit Van Imp in the shin pads, and the Rebels come back. Left-hand side is Lou Batelier. He lets a shot go, and it went off Zakuski's stick and up and out of play. And we'll get another stoppage of play and a face-off inside the Pats end of things. 16 seconds left in the penalty to Russ Houston. Rebels on their first power play of the night.
The power play hasn't looked sharp. They haven't been able to get the puck into the slot. They haven't been able to penetrate the area and get a good shot on goal. They've got 2 shots. Both of them have been from outside, and both of them have ended up in the stands. So I give the Pats penalty kill a little more credit here. Off the top, we mentioned that they were getting scored on 30% of the time. Maybe that's the thing we need to do.
Exactly. Reichert, left-hand side, will let a shot go. Actually, it was the right-hand side towards the front, still banging away for it. Reichert, another shot, and Walker will kick that up towards his glove and then make the stop. But the Pats had some problems trying to find the puck in their feet, and that was Sean Collins. and that gave Reichert an opportunity to escape from the near side wall over to the middle of the ice and get his own rebound and let another shot go. This time the face-off with 13 minutes and 8 seconds left, and only 8 seconds left in the power play will take place to the left of Walker, and the Rebels win the draw. Brisky with a shot from the point right on, a rebound out in front, and one of the Rebels overskated it. Loose puck in the corner. Wilkie will get to it and tries to find a seam and does, and the Pats will shoot it down to the Rebels' end of things. Brisky, left-hand side for Van Impe. He loses the puck to Friesen in Rebel territory. He tried to play it cross ice for one of his mates. That went off a shin pad and carried all the way down the ice. And Walker will come out to play it, leave it for David Wilkie. Pats get the puck out to the neutral ice area. The penalty is now over. Sean Collins in his own zone, right-hand side to Steve Dowie. He's checked at center ice by Eddie Marchand. Marchand spins away from a check. Headman pass to Lubatellier. He gets to the Pat line, takes a body check there from Collins. Dumps the puck in though. It's loose in the corner. Dowie will skate away with it. He tries to headman it for Jeff Friesen at center. That was broken up. And the Pats will try to come away with a loose puck and do, and Kerry Biet across the Rebel line, right-hand side, works his way in the corner, centers it out in front of bouncing puck, squirted through the crease. No Pats were home. Dion Zakuski, left-hand point. He lets a slap shot go. That's blocked well out in front. And the Rebels find a seam in Toljanovich, and he fires it all the way down the ice. Icing will be the call as Dion Zakuski goes back to touch it. 11:54 left in the first period. 1-0 Rebels live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Jesse Rozanzov, near side wall, will try to keep the puck in Rebels territory. Comes out in front to Pachuca, a shot right on, and Clegg made the save, picks away the rebound. Rebels get the puck up to the neutral ice area. It's picked up there by Neil Johnston. He gets to the Pat line and gets shoved off the puck. The Pats will get to it in their own zone and flip it up and over the glass, and we'll get a stoppage of play. But a good job by that line of Russ Houston, Jeff Petruick, and Jesse Rozanzov with a face-off rob down deep in the Rebel end. They got a couple of shots away, and that's what you have to do. Shots on goal at this point favor the Rebels by 1 at 5-4.
Well, when we talked about the forecheck earlier in the broadcast, it was that line that was doing the forechecking and creating the opportunities for the Pats. Rozanzov and Petruick are in there just banging the Red Deer defense and creating the loose opportunities.
Face off to the right of Mike Walker. Pats win the draw. Ross Parsons will circle behind his own net. Left-hand side for Dion Zakuski, up ahead to Rozanzov. He couldn't play it. Rebels will try to keep it in. Bounces off a skate and out to the neutral ice area. McBain at center will drive it right back into the Pats end. Zakuski wraps it around the boards, right-hand side to Jeff Petruick. He can't get it out. McBain keeps it in to Johnston. Centered out in front for number 11 in Selmser. He couldn't get a shot away. Came back to Quiring. He let a shot go and it bounced wide. Pat still can't get it out. Rozanzov having some problems with it. Centered right out in front. Now Rozanzov will skate away with it and just backhand it outside his own zone to center. Kieber Manis at center for the Rebels will drive it into the left wing corner. Bounces to the back wall. Quiring will get to it in the left wing corner for the Pats. Centered out to Brisky. Let a shot go at the side of the net. Cardinal couldn't poke it home. Loose puck at the side of the net. Cardinal with a shot. A save. A rebound right out in front. They're banging away at it. And finally the Pats will poke it to the corner. Loose puck is picked up by Rozanzov. He plays it off the boards all the way down the ice. Jeff Petruick will get to it first. He circles the wagons, centers the puck out in front. No Pats were home. Quiring back deep in his own zone. He runs into Helperl hard, but Helperl went down. Loose puck in the slot. Petruick is shot, and that went off the skate and wide. Laux to the puck. He centers it out in front. Nobody was home. Laux will try to keep it in. Loose puck at the side wall. Helperl will get to it. Gosdahl comes in there. He scoops it to the corner and stopped there by Pennick. He finds a seam and fires it over the head of Perry Johnson. Won't have enough steam for icing. Good little rally by the Pats. Nathan Dempsey behind his own net, left-hand side to Perry Johnson. He goes up to Helperl. He can't get it outside his own line. Berkeley Pennick will keep it in there. Perry Johnson behind his own net, right-hand side on the wall for Dosdahl, right up the middle to Helperl. He will skate to center ice and dump the puck into the Rebels' end. Flag out to play it. There's puck in the corner now. Helperl will crunch his man in the boards. Pennick will try to come away with it. He takes a bump, and there's going to be a penalty to Jeff Helperl for checking from behind on Toljanovich. And here's what I don't like, if we can get a replay on it. Toljanovich knew that he was coming, turned his back so that that kind of penalty would ensue.
as one guy has said, you should be able to back in from the blue line and score a goal. Nobody should be able to touch you. You know, if a player turns your back, you got to know that a guy's coming. You can't go to the wall and turn your back like that. But by the same token, Hal Pearl's got to know that he can't touch the numbers. He's got to get a hand in his front and turn him around somehow.
Yeah, that's true, too. Good point. So the Rebels will go on their power play number 2. Actually, power play number 2 of the evening. They are 0 for 1. Pats will send out Nathan Dempsey, Jeff Friesen, Dion Zakuski, and Kerry Biette. The Rebels will counter with Reichert, Selmser, Zimmer, Toljanich, and Van Imp. Face off just outside the Rebel line. Pats will win the draw, and Kerry Biette fires it off the boards and down into the Rebels' end. Flag will stop it for defenseman Van Imp. And he's a draft pick of the New York Islanders, and Van Imp will leave it for a circling Reichert. He gets to his own line, gets taken off the puck by Biette. Loose puck in the center ice area. Reichert without a stick. It rolls right to Biette at his own line. He goes right-hand side to Dion Zakuski, finds a seam off the wall and fires it. Wanted to fire it down, but linesman Sardison got in the way and stopped it at the Rebel line. At center ice is Reichert. He backpedals into his own zone, left-hand side to Toljanich. He will get to center ice near side wall. Tries to get around Zakuski, pins him in on the boards, but an offside call against the Rebels as number 24, Darren Van Imp, was in ahead of the play.
Reichert right at his own blue line there had what I like to term as a yard sale. Lost a glove, lost his stick, just about lost the whole thing there. He had stuff all over the place. Reichert was having a yard sale right at his own blue line. Nice touch.
A yard sale. I'll have to keep that one in mind for the future. Face-off will take place just outside the Pat line. 1:18 left in the Rebels' power play. It's their second. They're 0 for 1. Pats now with Laux, Dosdal, Dempsey, and Zakuski out there as the 4-man penalty killing unit. Pats win the draw. Dion Zakuski fires it off the boards and all the way down the ice. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left in this first period. 1-0 Rebels on a goal by Sean Selmser, his 20th, and it came at the 2:15 mark of this first period. At his own line is Darren Van Imp. He skates to center ice, gets around Dosdal across the Pat line, lost the puck, and Dosdal on the back check will come right to him, and he throws it out to center. Van Imp will get it again, cross over the Pat's line, tried to go cross ice in the slot area. It bounced off Laux' shin pads and right into goaltender Walker. He hangs on for a stoppage, and then Lubatellier and Laux do a little pushing and shoving, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. This Red Deer Rebel Club, I, without even looking, would have to say they probably lead the Western Hockey League in major penalties for fighting.
They're a big team. I mean, I watched them in warm-up and I went, holy damn, they're big kids. They got a lot of 6'2", 6'3" kids out there. And when you have that size of team, you can intimidate other teams. And if that's going to work for Red Deer, that's what they have to do, is use that intimidation factor to rough up some smaller clubs.
47 seconds left in the Rebels power play. Face off to the right of goaltender Mike Walker. Queering and Laux will do damage at the dot. Queering will win it. Left side point is Brisky. Near side wall for Reichert. He chips it down low. Walker will try to play it. Gave it right to Queering. He circles in the left wing corner for Brisky. At the point, down low for Reichert. Back to Brisky at the point. He goes cross ice for Van Imp. He lets a shot go. That's kicked away by Walker. Reichert near side wall at the hash. Will play it in the corner for Lubatellier. Back to Brisky at the point. He lets another shot go. It was deflected in front a couple of times. Walker still made the save. Pats can't clear the line. Laux will try to corral it. Reichert skates towards the center ice area, lets a quick snapshot go. Walker made a nice save, but a good job by the Pats defense. I don't know if you noticed this, they cleared everybody out in front, so when Reichert let that shot go, it was only Reichert and Walker.
Again, the Pats penalty killing do an excellent job of keeping the puck to the outside. They're keeping the puck at the point and up against the wall. And again, like you say, there was nobody in front of the net. Walker had all kinds of time to see it. And yeah, it was a good shot from the top of the faceoff circle, but Walker can handle those.
15 seconds left in the power play. Brisky from the point lets a shot go through traffic. Kicked away by Walker. Far side wall now. Van Imp will get to it. He plays it down low for Marchand. Back to Van Imp. He works his way back to the hash marks. Lets a shot go. Walker made the save and caromed off the back wall. Pats can't clear. Finally, Friesen will get to it. Helpril's out of the box. Pats are back to full strength. Friesen across the Rebel line. A backhand pass for Kerry Biette. Walking right in. Couldn't get a good shot away. Tried to go on the deke and lost the handle on the biscuit. Brisky behind his own net. He loses the puck. It bounces to the corner. Van Imp will get to it behind his own net. He goes left-hand side for Richardson. Wilkie will pinch in from the point and keep it in. Brisky has to go back in the right wing corner. He fires it off the boards and out and gets by everybody at the Pats bench, including Steve Dowie, who came out to play it, and rolls all the way down into the end of the Regina Pats, and the Pats fire it all the way down into the Rebel end of things. Lindgren will pick it up behind his own net. He plays it back for Toljanic's left wing corner. He goes left-hand side for Selmser. Selmser to his own line. Right-hand side for Neil Johnston across the Pat line. Stops there. Takes a bump from Parsons. Throws it in the corner, though. Friesen will come back low in his own zone, pick up the loose puck, and skate away and try to start back. Jeff Friesen loses the puck inside his own line. Quirin will steal it for Neil Johnston. Makes a move, tries to get a shot away, and Parsons was all over him. Quirin to the puck. Right-hand side for Lindgren. A shot right on, kicked away by Walker. Wilkie will start back. Right-hand side at center for Dowie. Across the Rebel line. He stops. Lays the puck in the corner. Friesen will get to it behind the Rebel net. Centered it out in front to Wilkie. He waits. Now he looks. Skates towards the net. A shot. A kick save by Clegg. A great stop on David Wilkie. And the Rebels will start back. Right-hand side is Johnson. He plays it over to Quirin. A shot. He scores. Nice 2-on-1, but the transition game for the Red Deer Rebels pays off in that goal.
Well, it all starts when Wilkie pinches. Wilkie pinches and creates the opportunity for Red Deer to come out. Sure, Wilkie's got the offensive power. He's got to take his chances to score, but he was down on the goal line, and he tried to come all the way back. Nobody covered for him. Red Deer was able to break out clean 2-on-1 and go down. What happened to Mike Walker there? It looks like he thought the puck was going to go wide and didn't want to play it.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get a replay on it and have another look. But it's 2-0 for the Red Deer Rebels with 5:59 left in this first period. Sean Selmser is 20th, Tyler Quirin is 23rd, and it's 2-0 Rebels. Off the ensuing faceoff, Pats will dump the puck into the Rebels end of things. Patruik will get to it near side wall. He skates towards the corner, takes a bump there from McBain, and McBain will pick up the loose biscuit, tries to play it right-hand side, bounced off a skate towards the slot area, but the Rebels will corral that and get out to center. Donaldson across the Pat line. He's rubbed off the puck nicely by Perry Johnson. Johnson goes left-hand side for Nathan Dempsey. He gets it up to Judd Casper at his own line. Casper with some room will get the center and dump the puck into the Rebels' end. Clegg, left wing side for nobody. Patruik can't get to it. Dempsey will keep it in. He let a shot go towards the net, bounced wide, and the Rebels will try to clear it out again. Perry Johnson tries to keep it out, or keep it in rather, and Dale Donaldson got to it and swept it off his stick to the Pat line. Jeff Patruik at center ice, across the Rebel line, right-hand side, moves into the corner, circles the net, centers it out in front. Clegg made the save, and then one of the Pats in Houston overskated it. Rebels shoved it to the corner. Starting back for Red Deer is number 25, in Brisky. He gets to the Pat line, backhands it in the corner. Zimmer will get to it, the former Hurricane, and work his way to the opposite corner. Goes back to the point for Darren Van Imp, right-hand side. He lets a shot go through traffic. A rebound out in front, and they're banging away at it. Jonathan Zakuski couldn't get a stick on it. Had shoot the puck out to center. Van Imp, lead pass to nobody. Picked off it by Dempsey. He goes up to Corey Dosdall. He tried to go right-hand side for Lokes. Helperl starts back. He gets towards the corner, gets towards the net, centers the puck out in front. That was swept away by a stick. Helperl to the puck in the corner again. He takes a bump from Reichert, and Lokes and his man Van Imp will get tied up on the far side wall in the corner, and we'll get a stoppage of play on that. But the Pats will have a face-off down deep in Rebel territory when we come back. 4:16 left in the first period. 2-0 Rebels, live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Edmunds and Rob Jamont back. Left-hand side is Perry Johnson inside Rebel territory. A shot kicked away by Clegg. Loose puck in the corner. Helperl and Toljanic's get their sticks up a bit. And it's finally swept to the left-hand side by Neil Johnston. Can't get it out, though, as Zimmer and Dempsey will get tied up in the corner. Laux in there as well against Lindgren. Helperl in there against Johnston as 5-6 players battle for it there. And finally, referee Tom Powell will blow it down, and we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off this time to the left of goaltender Jason Clegg. Shots on goal, 13-6 in favor of the Rebels.
The Regina Pats need a lot more shots on goal, and the one thing they haven't done is get forechecking from 3 lines. Their best line tonight so far on the forecheck has been Brzezinski, Houston, and Patruik, and they need the other 2 lines to get in there and create some opportunities for them.
I agree. Pats will get last change, but now they wave Collins and Wilkie back to the bench, does referee Tom Cowell. So the Pats will send out Carey, Biet, Dowie, Dempsey, Johnson, and Jeff Friesen, right side point, the old G1 play. Pats will win the draw, but Friesen doesn't skate towards the puck, and Reichert will poke it out to center. Barry Johnson drives it right back in. Clegg behind his own net, tries to go left-hand side. Friesen will keep it in at the line. He fires it off the boards down low. Clegg will think about skating out in front of his own net. Now they lost the puck to Dowie, tries to go to the front of the net. He was taken off the puck. Wilkie left side point will hold it in. Got some help from Friesen. Loose puck in front. Dowie will try to go to it as he took it off Van Im's stick. Sent it out in front to Friesen. He makes a move. He scores! If it was a football game, I think you might call that a broken play, Rob, but who cares? They get one finally. The Pats, probably the wake-up call that they needed to finally get a goal. Jeff Friesen waited and waited. He got the puck where he likes it, right in the slot here, as you can see. And he waited and waited and waited. Clegg made his move to go down. He went to the left-hand side on Clegg and stuffed it by him. Jeff Friesen has goal number 46 on the season, and that will come at the 16:34 mark. And the Pats have pulled within one at 2-1.
Give Friesen some credit for being the goal scorer and knowing to hang on to the puck, but also Dowie for knowing to get in there and create that forecheck we talked about earlier.
Friesen from Dowie. Pats off the ensuing face-off will get right down in the Rebels' end of things again. Carey Biet will get the puck far side wall. He centers it in front to Dowie. Got a shot away, but it went wide. Dowie to the puck in the corner. Back out in front to Biet. A shot kicked away by Clegg. Loose puck in the corner. Friesen will go in there against one of the Rebel defensemen. Momentarily came away with a puck. Biet will shovel it towards the net. Marchand will carry it off his back wall and then play it right-hand side for Lindgren. Up the wing to Lubatellier. He goes right up the middle to Marchand, and he couldn't handle it. Nathan Dempsey swept it back to center, and here comes Dejan Zakuski across the Rebel line. He'll let a shot go off to Janic's shin pad and back to the corner. Pats tried to feed it back in front. That was broken up by the Rebels, and Richardson gets to center and fires it into the Pats end of things. Peering to the puck, let his shot go, that went wide. Neil Johnston, far side wall. He centers it out in front as Van Imp was pitching. Pats will break that up and start back at center. Dempsey tries to go left-hand side for Casper. That was broken up. Casper gets to the puck just outside the Rebel line. Houston will clear the line, and the Pats will give chase on the forecheck. Van Imp wraps it around the boards, right-hand side for Quiring. He lost the puck to Casper. Casper fishes it out of his skates, and we'll go back to Jeff Pachuuk, far side corner. He comes out in front, just about lost the puck. Still has it now. Near side wall, back deeper in the corner for Houston. He spins right out in the slot area. Still has the puck, can't get a shot away. It's in a bunch of skates, and finally, there's going to be a penalty against the Red Deer Rebels for hooking here, and the Pats will go on the power play when we come back. 1:54 left in the first period. 2-1 Rebels, live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. They win the draw. Russ Houston down low in Rebel territory. Back to the point, right-hand side for Johnson. For Russ Houston, plays in the corner for Dosdal. He takes a bump there, wraps it around the boards. Wilkie will pinch in down low in the corner. He puts it behind the Rebel net. Dosdal will get to it there. He tried to play it out in front for Houston, who took a high stick in the face from Curtis Cardinal, and he goes down in a heap in the Rebels' end of things, right in front of referee Tom Cowell, and I don't think Mr. Cowell is going to make a call on it.
I don't think Mr. Cowell saw it, because the way the players turned, Houston's face was protected by Cardinal himself. And I don't think Cowell had any idea what happened to Houston. It was just one of those things where they turned and the stick caught him in the mouth.
Wow. Well, there you get a good look at Russ Houston on his back, and he's being attended to by trainer Torch Simpson. And he looks a little bit shaken up. And anyway, the Pats on the power play here for the next minute and 37 seconds, albeit there's only a minute and 30 left in this first period.
Well, it was right in front of Cowell. He had a chance to see it, and he didn't call it, whether he had his head turned or what. But the replay showed that it happened right in front of him. it almost looks like he got the stick underneath the face mask. Like it got up underneath the face mask and maybe hit him on the nose or somewhere in that area.
Let's see it again. Here it is again. Let's see it right in front of Cowell here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Mind you, you know what? If you look at that, Cowell was kind of skating backwards and really wasn't watching that section. And
Houston's body did protect the vision of Cowell so that he didn't see it.
you know what? If that was a Pat who got his high stick up and the referee didn't see it, he'd go to his linesman and ask about it, and the Pats would be sitting either for 2 or 5. And I hate to sound like a homer, but that plain and simple, folks, is the way it's gone for the Regina Pats this year.
Well, that's not the kind of bad luck you need when you're in the so-called playoff hunt right now, but definitely the Pats could have used a 5-minute power play right there.
Houston is a gamer. He'll be back. Face-off just outside the Rebel zone. And the Pats will win the draw. Fired in the corner. Clegg out of his net to play it. Off the glass. Takes a weird carom. Rebels still can't clear. Now they do. And Perry Johnson will pick it up. Fire it back to David Wilkie at his own line. To Perry Johnson at center. Left-hand side. Up the middle to Jeff Friesen. He pokes it to the corner. Gives chase in the corner in Rebels territory. Spins away from a check. Gets tied up by a couple of Rebels. Kerry Biet comes in there to help out. He lost the puck. Wilkie can't hold it in at the line as the Rebels shot it around the boards. And it rolls all the way down the ice. And with 1 minute left, Perry Johnson will try to start back for the Pats. 1 minute left in this first period, 2-1 Rebels. Johnson lead pass to the right wing side. Dowie came off the boards and it went behind him. And the Rebels got it at center and dumped it right back into the Pats end of things. Wilkie, left-hand side for Friesen. He can't handle it at center. Rebels shoot it back to the Pat line. Dempsey at his own line now. He'll skate to center, lay it up for Steve Dowie. He gave up on it, and Lindgren fires it down the ice again. 30 seconds left in this first period. David Wilkie behind his own net. Right-hand side for Nathan Dempsey. He gets to center. Left-hand side for Kerry Biet. Pass too far for him. Bounces right to Lindgren. He fires it down the ice once again. Wilkie behind his own net. How many times have I said that? To Dowie up the center ice. Long lead pass. Dowie will get across the Rebel line. He'll drop it for Lopes. A slap shot kicked away by Clegg. A rebound out in front. A loose puck. They score.
That's a break. That's a break. That's the only way to describe that goal.
Well, as the coaching staff for the Regina Pats will tell you over and over and over again, when you shoot the puck and go to the net, good things happen. And that's exactly what happened. Dowie crosses over the line, drops it for Laux. He lets a shot go, takes a weird carom. Dowie just tries to play it back towards the net. Clegg misplayed it through his legs, and it rolled across the goal line. And the Pats, with 5.3 seconds left in this first period, have tied up the score, and that is a power play goal. They are 1-for-1 with the man advantage, and Steve Dowie will get credit for the goal. He has now scored in 6 straight games for the Regina Pats, and he will pick up goal number 24 on the season. And now we're going to get a fight. Donaldson and Helpero, and Helpero's just stroking Dale Donaldson, and Donaldson comes back. Helpero with a few more rights. They're still going toe-to-toe. This happens right in center ice. Helpero, Donaldson, holy smokes! And Donaldson gets Helpero down, but that was a great scrap.
That was a big-time bout. Donaldson didn't have his lid right from the start, and he stood in there, took a few licks, and kept right on going with Helpero. Give him credit.
Holy smokes, that was a great set, too, right at center ice. I'll tell you what, hockey at its finest, folks.
Playoff hockey.
Yeah, that's what it is, and I'll tell you, that was a good period in the Pats, as you said, Rob. Got a bit of a break. That goal came at the 19:55 mark. And the Pats tied it up late in that first period. Steve Dowie is 24th of the season. As I've said, he scored in his last 6 straight games, so he's more of a factor than maybe the Pats thought he was going to be when they made the trade to get him back for Caderon Smart.
I think if the Pats would have played a full 20 minutes, they could be up 4 or 5-1 right now. And instead, they only played the last 5 minutes and let Red Deer play the first 15 and control the play. I think if the Pats play a full 20 in either of the last 2 periods, they can dominate and take control.
Welcome back to the Agrodome, everyone. Between the first and second period, we're going to have a little chat with Pats defenseman Nathan Dempsey. Nathan, you're also an assistant captain on this club, and I was wondering, with 6 games left to go, actually 5 and 2 periods now, what do you think your chances are for this club to secure a playoff spot?
Well, I think right now we're coming through a little bit of a tough time with coming off a couple losses, a couple of them on the road, a couple of them at home. So, but if I think we can kind of get our stuff together here, last couple of games, get some wins together, I think we'll be able to get into playoffs and then roll on from there.
Team has played very well defensively the last little while, and at times maybe you might think that it's come at the expense of the offense, but What have you guys done differently in your own zone?
I think we're just a little bit more tenacious. I think with the signing of our new assistant head coach, Ross Mahoney, it's helped the D-man a lot. He's worked with us, and we've done a lot of defensive zone work. The forwards are really coming back for us a little bit better now, and that's helping us out in our own end and making it easier for us to break it out.
By the same token, you guys have played so well defensively that the goals haven't come with the frequency that they did before you maybe changed things around. Is it just a matter of time before the goals start going in again?
Well, I hope so. I mean, lately we've been getting maybe 4 or 5 goals on every win, and then when we lose, we only get 2 or 3. And that's not like how our team was in the first part of the year. We'd win games 8-6 and 9-7 and stuff like that. But I think as the forwards get a little bit more adjusted to the defensive style, hopefully that maybe they'll try and work the offense into the defensive style and generate some offense as well.
The atmosphere in the dressing room, do you guys feel the pressure that you have to go out and win every game to make the playoffs? Or as a leader like yourself and Kerry Biette, Corey Dosdall, and Scotty Laux, have you basically said, guys, if we go out and play our game, the wins will come and we'll be in the playoffs?
Yeah, we really have to play a little bit of a desperate hockey right now. I mean, coming down to the last couple of games here, it's a pretty tight race between the last 3 teams, PA and Red Deer and ourselves. So I think if we know how big the games are, it's not going to be a hard thing to get up for the game, that's for one thing. So I think if we just go do our jobs and play as hard as we can, I think the wins are going to come up.
Can you use some of the fuel this year from last year in the Saskatoon Blades series where you beat them and then went on to play the Swift Current Broncos in the East Division Final? Can you use some of that experience to help you guys along to make sure that you qualify for the postseason?
Well, I think so. I think the guys that experienced that last year really have a job in telling the rookies and the guys that maybe haven't been there before that the playoffs is a whole different kind of hockey. It's everybody raises their level a couple notches, and it's just a whole new season. It's a whole new feeling for the team, and hopefully we get there and the guys that haven't experienced it will experience it, and we just got to go out and do what we can.
Hello everyone, I'm Vic Rauter of TSN, the Sports Network. And for the very best in Major League sports coverage, you can tune to TSN. And for the very best in sports coverage around Regina, there's only one place, Cable Regina, Channel 7.
This telecast of Regina Pats Hockey is brought to you on Cable Regina by these community-minded sponsors: Fuddruckers, Lube City, Pizza Hut, Subway Sandwiches, Eaton's, and The Watch Shop.
Will dump it down into Pats territory. David Wilkie, right wing corner, will start back for the Pats. He gets to his own line, lead pass for Friesen at center. That was broken up by another number 25 in Byron Brisky, and he gets the puck up to one of his mates. Dowie stole it there. Van Imp follows up, throws it to the Pat line. Kerry Biette will get to it there. He wraps it off the boards, knocked down by Lubitalier, skating towards the net. A quick shot, Richardson, and Walker made the save. Puck is cleared down the ice. Here's Kerry Biette racing forward in the Rebels' end of things. Biette, left-hand side. He's stripped of the puck nicely by Van Imp in his own corner, and Van Imp will squirt it outside the Rebel line and all the way down in the Pats end of things. Rebels and Pats will make some line changes. Wilkie at center ice. He crossed over the line. A slap shot. He fired it wide, but Clegg had no idea where it was. Had he put it on the net, he would have had, I think, goal number 35 on the season. Dion Zakuski at center. Right-hand side for Dempsey. A slap shot across the line, kicked away by Clegg. Loose puck scooped up by Laux. He goes towards the net, tried to feed it in front. A loose puck in behind the net, and Jonathan Zakuski will go after it against 2 Pats. He gets tied up on the far side wall. Dosdall in there, trying to fish it out of his skates. Finally, Laux does, and we will get a stoppage of play and a face-off inside Rebel territory. But David Wilkie came over and laser beamed one on Jason Clegg, and as I said, and this is true, Clegg had no idea where it was, and fortunately for the Rebels and Clegg, it went wide.
Clegg didn't see it at all. I mean, he didn't have a clue. He didn't even know that it missed the net. It could have been in. He wouldn't have known.
Face off to the left of Jason Clegg. Pats will continue with Kufflick, Laux, Dosdall, Nathan Dempsey, and Perry Johnson on the points. Pats will win the draw. Kufflick a quick shot right in on net, and Clegg will stop that and get it up to one of his defensemen. Pats keeping it at the line momentarily. Rebels get it out to center. Zimmer takes a bump from Kufflick at center, but dumps the puck into the Pats end of things. Dempsey will scoop it up right wing side in his own zone, play it back to the opposite corner for Perry Johnson left-hand side, and Perry Johnson will go up the wing to Kufflick. Lead pass at center for Dosdall. That went off the stick of Zimmer and bounced wide, and the Pats will pick up the puck at their own line. Perry Johnson will skate to center ice, near side wall, dumps it in right wing corner. Koljanic will go in there against Dosdall, comes back out to Laux, a shot right on, and a nice glove save by Jason Clegg, and he hangs on, and more importantly, Pat's going towards the net, and Corey Dosdall, he was lurking through the weeds there, looking for a loose puck. None to be had, but a good job by the Pats in the forecheck.
Well, the Pats forecheck starting to come alive there. We played, a minute 55 here in the first period. The Red Deers had one excellent scoring opportunity. The Pats have had two. And the most important thing on that was Jason Clegg saw that shot. He had an idea where it was going to go. It ended up in his glove. The one previous, not a clue.
Not a sniff. Face off to the left of goaltender Jason Clegg. Pats will send out Kasper, Hewson, Petruik, Zakuski, and Parsons. And Hewson will take the draw against Neil Johnston. Johnston will win it. Spoke to the corner. McBain rubbed off the puck by Kasper. He goes towards the net. A shot kicked away by Clegg, and it bounces to the left wing corner. Petruik in there. Plays it to the opposite corner. Parsons will pinch in. He takes a bump there from Kiebermanis. I played hockey with a Kiebermanis. Loose puck in the corner. Hewson will dig it out for Kasper. He's checked off the puck by Kiebermanis. Kiebermanis will try to go back after Kasper again. Hewson comes in there to help out. He's rubbed off the puck. Kasper will get to it. He lost it. Kiebermanis will find a seam and fire it by Dion Zakuski. And all the way down in the Pats end of things, Parsons will go back to touch it. We'll get an icing call against the Red Deer Rebels. 17:29 left in this second period. 2-2 is the score. And I would think anytime soon, Jeff Helperl and Dale Donaldson will be getting out of the penalty box in a couple of minutes. They went at it at the 20-minute mark. And from what I understand here, Scotty Laux got credit for the last Pats goal, his 11th from Dowie.
Well, Dowie apparently didn't touch it. It went through the Clegg's legs, and Dowie didn't get a chance to touch it. So Clegg must have kicked it around in his own crease, played soccer a while, and scored on himself.
Rebels win the draw in their own zone. Reichert will get to his own line, near side wall to center, and dump it past Nathan Dempsey into the Pats end of things. Perry Johnson plays it behind his own net. He goes right-hand side for Dowie. Pinching in was Van Imp. He stole the puck, works his way down low. Perry Johnson in on him. Van Imp still to the puck. He puts it behind the net for one of his mates. Couldn't get to it. Comes back to the point for Brisky. He fires it down in behind the Pat net. Kerry Biet will get to it. Fires it off the glass to Dowie. Dowie will get to it in the corner. Gets it up for Nathan Dempsey. Tries to go ahead for Friesen. He was all tied up by number 25, Byron Brisky at center. Couldn't handle the puck. Rebels come back across the Pat line, and Zimmer lost the handle on the puck. Dempsey starts back. Lead pass at center ice. Friesen will get to it. He crossed over the line. Here's a break for Dowie. Walking right in. He'll center it back out in front. No Pats were home, and if there was, they were all tied up. And the Red Deer Rebels will get it to Reichert, and he will get to center ice and backhand in the Pat zone. Rebels will make some changes. 16 minutes, 25 seconds left. Left-hand side is Friesen. Up the middle to Kerry Biet. He skates to center. Across the line, Friesen was in ahead of the play, and Kerry Biet straddled the Rebel line, then shoved it in. Pats will make a change. Had to get out on the delayed offside. Marchand to center ice. Wheels through the neutral ice area, across the Pat line. He'll let a shot go. Collins deflected that wide to the corner. Off the back wall, Laux will get to it. He tries to go right-hand side for Dosdall. Too far for him. Koljanic will bank it off the boards to the Pat line. Lubatellier will pick it up. He crosses over the Pat's line, works his way in the corner, takes a bump from Wilkie, wraps it around the boards to the left wing corner for Marchand. For Lubatellier, he takes a bump from Laux. Loose puck in behind the Pat net. Collins will chip it up left-hand side for Kufflick. He gets to his own line. Lead pass at center for Dosdall. He crosses over the Rebel line. Just got it in a couple of feet. Koljanic will throw it out to the neutral ice area, and Collins throws it right back in. 15 minutes, 35 seconds left in this second period. 2-2 is the score. Lubatellier will just redirect a pass on the right wing out to the Pat line, and Wilkie starts back at center ice. David Wilkie for the Pats across the Rebel line, tries to cut towards the middle. He took more lumber on that opportunity than your average lumberjack, and he lost the handle on the puck, and the Rebels shoot it down into the Pats end of things. Scotty Laux down low in his own zone. seeks the shelter of behind his own net. He goes left-hand side for Jeremy Kufflick. Lead pass for Dosdall. He pokes it ahead to the Rebel line. Brisky will get to it. Left-hand side for Van Imp. Darren Van Imp will skate to center ice and go right-hand side for Reichert. He couldn't play it off the wall. Pats shoot it all the way down the ice on Collins. And Casper will give chase on the forecheck. He gets to the puck in the corner. Casper will feed it in behind the Rebel net. Nobody home for the Pats. Rebels try to clear, and it does get by Dion Zakuski left side point and all the way down to the Pat line. 14 minutes, 35 seconds left in this second period. 2-2 is the score. Dion Zakuski at his own line. Up to Casper at center. He sweeps it into the Rebels' end of things. Mike McBain will go back behind his own net, wraps it around left-hand side, kept in by Parsons. He lets a shot go right in on goal, and the rebound came out to Pachuik. He span around the other side. Pachuik in behind the net for Houston. He tries to come out in front, centers it out in front. No Pats were home. McBain starts back. He tries to clear it outside the line. Parsons didn't keep it in. Pats have to clear the line on the delayed offside. And on the forecheck, Rebels get it up to Johnson. He crosses over the Pats line, centered out in front. A good job by Perry Johnson to tie up Selmser going towards the net. Pats come away with a loose biscuit. Left-hand side for Casper. He pokes it by Keeber Manis, right side point, and it goes all the way down to the Rebel line. McBain, left-hand side to Selmser at center. Selmser on the left wing side, feeds it ahead to Neil Johnson at the Pat line. He couldn't play it as it was behind him. And Johnson, Perry Johnson to the Pat, starts back, gets to the Rebel line, had the puck knocked off his stick and came back outside. Pats had to clear the line on the delayed offside, and the Rebels will get the puck behind their own net in Van Imp. In there in the forecheck is Biette. He forces Van Imp to go back behind his own net for McBain. They go left-hand side. McBain will pick it back up on some miscommunication from one of his mates. Tries to feed it ahead for Johnston. That was intercepted by Nathan Dempsey, and he wraps it off the boards from center ice down to the Rebels end of things. Rebels will get it on the left-hand side. Selmser, lead pass for Lou Batelier. He gets around Wilkie, walking right in on goal. Lou Batelier goes towards the net. A shot, a save by Walker, and then Wilkie crashes into the net and knocks it off his pegs. And he looks to be a little shaken up, but he's up on his knees now, and he will probably seek a little of attention. He's had that sore knee problem. That's kind of what it looks like it is.
If he banged that knee up again, especially if it's already got a slight tear to it, this could spell big trouble to Wilkie and the Pats. He can't afford to get that knee damaged anymore, and that could have him out for a while.
13:03 left in this second period. 2-2 is the score. Live from the Agrodome, you're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Pats will win the draw. Nathan Dempsey in his own corner, skates out in front of his own net, gets to his own line. Headman pass for Jeff Friesen, tries to split the Rebel D, but Brisky had a stick on him, and he couldn't get by. Rebels with the puck, near side wall, long lead pass at center for Richardson. A one-on-one with Dempsey across the line, works his way to the near side wall, centers it back out to Marsh, center shot, a rebound, they score! Pete Loubatelier, and we talked about going towards the net, and that's what happened, and the Pats on the back check gave up on Loubatelier, and the rebound squirted right out to him on the initial stop by Walker, and he plunked her home, and it's 3-2 Rebels.
This is an excellent case. You watch it on the replay. Richardson covered by one defenseman took the other forward, but the forward, Friesen, wasn't back to pick up Loubatelier, and he got an easy goal there, and puts Red Deer in front 3-2 in what's been a very, very open, fast second period of play. And the first period, feel each other out, bump and grind is gone. These two teams are ready to skate and go on each other. So you've got to make sure you got that third guy high. Friesen should have looked after him.
Loubatelier is 19th, 7-17, and it's 3-2 for the Red Deer Rebels. 12:43 left in this second period. Off the ensuing face-off, Pats will lose the draw. Rebels will get to center in Toljanich, and he dumps the puck into the Pats end of things. Walker will stop it behind his own net for Perry Johnson. He will circle away from some forechecking, feed it to the right wing corner. Dosdall comes deep in his own zone, plays it back for Nathan Dempsey on his back wall. He goes left-hand side to Perry Johnson up the wing to Helprill. That was intercepted there by Queering. He wraps it in behind the Pats net. Nathan Dempsey will get it back to Perry Johnson, and now he's got a little bit of a room. Hit man pass for Laux at center. He makes a couple of moves, goes left-hand side to Dosdall, right in between his legs. Dosdall will get to it and shovel it into the Red Deer Rebels end of things. And it only went in a couple of feet, and the Rebels come back. Selmser behind the Pats net on the wraparound. He centers the puck out to Toljanich, a shot. And that went off a shin pad and wide. Right side point is Lindgren. He pinches in to keep it in, and the loose puck wraps around the boards to the corner. Parsons will get tied up there with Tyler Queering. Neil Johnston goes to the corner. He loses the puck, and the Pats start back at center in Helperill. Across the line, he lets a long slap shot go. Blocker saved by Clegg. Pats will make a change, so the Rebels will get it out to center. Intercepted there by Casper. He carries it back across the Rebel line. He's cross-checked from behind by Reichert. No call, and Craig Reichert comes back for the Rebels. Across the Pat line, a long slap shot. Blocker saved by Walker. And Houston will scoop away the rebound and start back up center ice. Russ Houston dumps the puck in left wing corner. Keeper Manis will go in there against Casper. Houston will get to the puck. He's tied up by Zimmer, though. Casper will come away with it, come towards the net, feed it towards the net, and Houston couldn't get a stick on it. He was tied up. Jonathan Zakuski for the Rebels. Headman pass for Reichert. He chips it by Nathan Dempsey and all the way down in the Pats end of things. Walker will shovel it around the wall. It's picked up there by Nathan Dempsey to Russ Houston, and he pokes it ahead for Judd Casper in center ice. Casper will backhand it into the Rebels end of things. Flag will play it off the boards, not out. Casper a quick shot, that hit Houston. And finally the Rebels will try to clear it out, but it doesn't go out, and Peter Manis took a bump for it. McBain will get to the loose puck, and he feeds it out to the neutral ice area. Russ Houston backhands it off the boards for Nathan Dempsey. He dumps it back in to the Rebels end of things. Rebels and Pats make some changes. Here's Kerry Biet inside Rebel territory. He shovels it towards the net. Pachua couldn't get a stick on it. Near side wall, Collins gets tied up with Richardson. Marchand starts back, but a good job by Biet at center ice to take him off the puck. Ahead to Friesen. He spins away, dumps the puck to the Rebel line. Rebels get it back to center. Friesen will start back. Jeff Friesen across the Rebel line, dumps it to the corner off the back wall. Clegg will play it to the left wing side for Richardson. Parsons will pinch in though for Steve Dowie, and behind the net for Jeff Friesen. He gives the old wraparound attempt and fired it wide. Pats can't hold the puck in off the back wall on a rebound. The Rebels fired all the way down the ice. And we'll get an icing call against the Rebels. 9:51 left in this second period. 3-2 Rebels live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. I don't think the whole... We have some ice repairs to attend to in front of the Red Deer Rebels net. 9:51 left in this second period. 3-2 Rebels. Paul Edmunds along with Rob Jamont. And it was end-to-end action there for a while. I had a hard time keeping up.
Red Deer's done an excellent job at their blue line of controlling the Pats as they come over the line. Red Deer's stacked up the blue line with 3 and sometimes 4 players, and I talk about that ugly win. That's not pretty when you do that, but it doesn't give Regina the chances to come deep into the Red Deer zone and take control of the play. And excellent work by the Red Deer team.
I keep on thinking I'm going to say Webbles. That's why I kind of stumble on Rebels every once in a while. I don't want to say Webbles. Elma Fudd has left the building. Face off to the right of Jason Clegg in the Rebel net. Pats will take the draw, and it's Laux against Marchand. Laux out there with Dosdall and Helperill. Zakuski and Parsons will play the points. Laux will win the draw, but Dosdall couldn't get to it. Van Imp does. Spins away from the check, goes right-hand side for Marchand. He skates to center ice and crosses over the pass line. Tries to go inside out on Parsons. Loose puck squirted towards the net. It was kicked away. Dosdall will get to it far side wall. He can't clear the line. Richardson goes to it in the corner. He's bumped there by Parsons. Lubatellier gets to it far side wall in the corner. He's taken off the puck by Laux. They get all tied up in the corner though, and finally we're going to get a stoppage of play. Referee Tom Powell will blow it down. 9:26 left in this second period. 3-2 Rebels on goals by Lubatellier, Queering, and Selmser. Friesen and Laux have responded for the Pats.
Jeff Helperill did an excellent job there, being the third guy high, getting back and picking up the check and eliminating the rebound shot for the Rebels. Red Deer had the forward going to the net. The rebound was there, and Helperill was able to tie up his man, kick the puck to the corner. Nice play by Jeff.
Face off to the right of goaltender Mike Walker. And the Rebels will send out Berkeley Pennick, Dale Donaldson. Left-hand side is Cardinal, Lindgren, and Toljanich. Pats will win the draw. They throw it to the far side wall, kick it ahead to Dowie. He makes a move at his own line. A headman pass to Friesen across center ice. He goes wide, left-hand side, lets a slap shot go, kicked away by Clegg. Lindgren to the puck behind his own net. Wraps it to the opposite corner. Donaldson will pinch in and get it on the near side wall. He goes left-hand side to Lindgren. Ahead to Pennick. That didn't click. Carey Biet gets to it, rifles it right back in. Behind his own net is Lindgren. He comes out left-hand side to his winger, Curtis Cardinal. Cardinal ahead to one of his mates, bounced off the skate and all the way down into the Pats end of things. Walker will play it to the left-hand side. Nobody is there except Jeff Friesen. He pokes it ahead by everybody to center. Brisky throws it right back in. Walker behind his own net for Dion Zakuski. He stops there. Now comes out right-hand side, comes up towards the middle, gets to his own line to center ice, and dumps the puck into the Rebels end of things. Gets by Clegg to the left wing corner. Friesen gives chase in there. He bumps with his man. It's picked up by the Rebels. They can't clear the line. Nathan Dempsey will keep it in for Friesen. He cuts towards the center of the ice, and he's hauled down on the hook by Byron Brisky. And the Pats, who are 1-for-1 with the man advantage, will go on the power play for the second time tonight when we come back. 8:19 left in the second period. 3-2 in favor of the Rebels, live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. On the power play for the second time. Left side point as Nathan Dempsey goes right-hand side for Perry Johnson. He lets a shot go, a glove save by Clegg, and he hangs on. But the Pats doing what they want, Rob, and that's win the draw back to their point man, and then kind of motion it towards the other side as everybody shifts, and then get that shot away as everybody goes towards the net, tries to create a screen or any traffic.
Just a note here, the Pats are on the power play, and Wilkie's not out there, so that knee must be bothering him a little bit. He must have banged it up when he slid into the net there on that break. Looks for Johnson and Dempsey to control the play, though, from the point.
Left-hand side of Jason Clegg. Pats will take the draw this time. They poke it toward the corner. Loves will get to it. Rubs with his man. Tolianic gets to the puck. He goes right-hand side for Neil Johnson. He can't clear the line. Kept in by Nathan Dempsey for Dosdall near side wall. He tries to poke it towards the corner. Gets it back, though. Still fighting with Neil Johnson. Pachua comes there to help out. Pats will shovel it in to the top of the circle. It was intercepted there by Tolianic, and he fires it all the way down the ice. A minute and a half left in the Pats' second power play opportunity. They are 1-for-1. Nathan Dempsey skates to his own line right up the middle of the ice and wraps it in towards the Red Deer end of things and hit a skate and bounce to Van Imp. He will just kind of stay there and stand there. Then he lets a long slap shot go from his own line in on Walker. Walker, it looked like he misplayed it a little bit, but made the save, and the Pats will start back. Jeff Pachuik, right wing wall, skates to center ice, moves towards the middle of the ice, crosses over the Red Deer line, drops it for Laux. He goes towards the middle of the net, and Corey Dosdall had to go off the skate. He's working for it in behind the Rebel net, though. Corey Dosdall will skate away with it. He goes back for Laux. Laux, near side wall at the hash, will get tied up with one of his opposing mates. It comes back to Nathan Dempsey, right side point. He lets a shot go, and that bounced off his shin pad and wide. Pachuik for Dosdall behind the net. Dosdall loses the handle on the puck. Tolianic will get to it. Can't clear. Yes, he does clear the line as it got by Nathan Dempsey. At center ice is Jeff Friesen. Friesen backpedals to his own line, goes back up to the red line, and dumps it into the Rebels end. Flag will play it. Now we're going to get a stoppage of play on an offside, I believe, on the Pats.
Well, just as a note, Wilkie's not even on the bench anymore, and I just noticed the Pats trainer, Torch Simpson, has come back to the bench, so Wilkie must be inside getting that knee attended to, whether it be some icing or a little extra tape or whatever the case may be. But he hasn't been a part of this power play, and I think you can tell out there the Pats haven't been able to look after things as well.
Yeah, and he has probably one of the hardest shots in the league. 24 seconds left in the Pats power play. It is their second. They are 1-for-1. Face off just outside the Rebel line. Pats win the draw. At center ice is Nathan Dempsey. He will feed it to Carey Biet. He turns and goes towards the Rebel net, crosses over the Rebel line, lets a slap shot go. A rebound for Friesen. He hit the post. Friesen hit the post on the rebound. Loose puck side wall. Pats will get to it in Biet. He straddles the line, another slap shot, a rebound for Dowie. Couldn't get a stick on it. Holy smokes. Rebels shoot the puck out to the neutral ice area. The penalty is over, but the Pats had a couple of good opportunities. At center ice is Jeff Friesen. Tries to get away from Terry Lindgren. Pokes it ahead to Nathan Dempsey. He wraps it into the Rebels' end of things. Dowie gives Jason the forecheck. He was beaten there by one of the Rebels, and he gets it up to Reichert. To Lindgren at center. Tries to penetrate the Pat line. He was knocked off the puck by Zakuski. Loose biscuit rolls all the way around to the right wing corner, though. Gary Biet will try to feed it by Zimmer. That doesn't get by him. 5 players battling for it. Finally, Zimmer will skate away in behind the Pats net. Taken off the puck by Biet. Loose puck in the corner, though. Brisky will get to it. Fires it off the back wall to Reichert. Reichert looks for somebody in front. Centers it out in front as Jonathan Zakuski had a chance. Here's another chance, a shot. Walker made the save. Another bad angle shot by Brisky. They're banging away at it in front. A loose puck, and finally, Collins will sweep it by everybody and all the way down the ice and won't have enough for icing. Pats will make a change, and the Rebels start back. Here's a lead pass for Marchand. Going right in on goal, a shot. A great stop by Walker. Loose puck off the back wall, and the Pats shoot it out to the neutral ice. Nice job by the Red Deer Rebels to spot Marchand on the breakaway, and he walked right in, perhaps got a little too tight on Walker. Marchand with the puck, right side point, near side wall. Centers it out in front. Richardson couldn't get a stick on it. Off the best side wall, Pachuik on the far side will get to it, fired all the way down the ice. McBain goes back to touch it. We'll get an icing call against the Pats. 4:57 left in the second period. 3-2 Rebels live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Loose puck in the corner. Brad Zimmer will get to it down low in Pat territory. Tried to play it for one of his mates. He couldn't get to it. Comes back to Keeper Manis at the point. He shovels it to the left wing side. Nathan Dempsey gets to it. He takes a bump for it, but gets it up to Pachuik, who got it up to Casper at center. Lost the handle on it. Rebels shoot it right back in. Here's a chance for Marchand. Across the line, a slap shot on the left-hand side. That bounced wide. Off the back wall, Casper will start back at center. Tries to play it ahead for Pachuik. They got all tied up, the 3 Pats in one area. Could have thrown a blanket over them. The Rebels come back. Left-hand side is Queering, but offside against the Red Deer Rebels, as I think Neil Johnston was in ahead of the play.
Well, since the Pats had those great chances on the power play, they've kind of gone into the we'll sit and wait for it to happen mode. And they got a little depressed. Things didn't go well on the power play. They had some great scoring opportunities, a goal post and a big save by Clegg. And now the Pats are kind of waiting. They're standing around again and they're waiting. And they've gone into that point of the period where they can't afford to beat.
4:16 left in the second period. 3-2 Rebels. Face off just outside the Pat line. Rebels win the draw at center ice is Terry Lindgren. Near side wall, dumps it in to the Pat end of things. Walker will play behind his own net. It just about came out in front. Here's a shot, and it hit somebody in front as Nathan Dempsey misplayed it at the side of his own net. Here's another chance for Selmser in front to Johnson. Another chance for Queering. They couldn't get shots away. Finally, Laux will run into Queering near side wall on the boards and pound him to the ice, and the Pats come away with a puck. At center, Scotty Laux will get to it. Across the line, he lets a shot go, and he fired it wide. Queering off the back wall, can't keep it out. Gosdell will get to it, keep it in. He throws it to Laux. He centers it out in front to Helperl, a shot. A great save by Clegg with the toe. Rebels will come back to center ice. Holy smokes, Johnston across the line. He's taken off the puck, but it's offside as Tyler Queering was in ahead of the play. But furious action here at both ends for both clubs.
A big shift for both Laux and Dosdall out there in terms of knocking people down and creating havoc, and a great scoring opportunity for Helperl just on the effort by Dosdall and Laux to create offense in the Red Deer end. They knocked the defenseman down, the puck went to Helperl, and he walked in all alone, and Clegg made one heck of a toe save there.
I thought Helperl had, I think, his 6th goal or 5th goal labeled. 3:28 left in the second period. 3-2 Rebels face off just outside the Pat line. Far side wall. They send out Friesen, Biet, and Dowie. Dion Zakuski and Collins will play the points. Long shot in from the Rebels. Walker handled it, plays it for Collins. He can't clear the line. Brisky right side point, feeds it into Zimmer. To Reichert was winding up for the snapshot, and he lost the handle on it. Rolls in behind the Pats net. Gary Biet will get to it. He can't play it. Zimmer will come right out in front on the wraparound. A couple of shots. A rebound out in front. A loose puck. And the Pats will get it outside their own line. Rebels shoot it right back in. And it touches Zimmer. And it should have been offside, but no call. Right-hand side. is Dowie. Has to make a move and retreats back in behind his own net. Steve Dowie with it. Nice move around Jonathan Zakuski in his own zone. Left-hand side to Friesen to his own line. Jeff Friesen skates to center. We'll try a headman pass for Kerry Biette, but we're going to get an offside call against the Pats. 2:43 left in the second period. 3-2 Rebels live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Rebels with the puck at center ice, and Van Impe dumps it down. Richardson will get to it first. Icing waved off. Johnson takes him in the corner. Loose puck squirts to Nathan Dempsey, and he will start back 3-on-2. Dempsey to center ice. Right wing side to Pachuik. He tries to get around his man, tries to go in front. He was knocked off the puck, and the Rebels, Van Impe, will play it up to Marchand, and Marchand ahead to Richardson. Didn't know where it was behind him, and the Pats have it at their own line. Ahead to Jeff Pachuik, to Judd Casper, to Nathan Dempsey. They all have problems with it in the neutral ice area, and Perry Johnson will get to it at his own line. Lead pass for Houston at center, got by him, rolls all the way down to the Rebels end. Van Impe will go back to touch it. We'll get an icing call against the Pats, and then a little pushing and shoving down in behind the Rebel net will take place. And obviously you can see Russ Houston there having a little conversation with the linesman about the icing call. He figures it shouldn't have been icing.
I think heavy sides let a questionable icing go, and he missed the offside down here when the puck hit Zimmer. I mean, he should have caught that one at the other end. We talk about the shots on goal problem again. Pats are being outshot now 27-18. Substantial difference over 2 periods of play.
Yeah, that's was the problem here. Who did they play? They only had 9 shots in the first 2 periods. Was it? It was Brandon, I believe.
At this pace, they're going to give up 45 shots this game. You can't give up 45 shots in a hockey game and still win. There's no way, not even with Walker in goal.
Face off to the left of goaltender Mike Walker. 1:55 left in this second period. 3-2 Rebels. Johnston to take the draw against Laux. Laux will win it, pokes it to the corner for Dion Zakuski. He goes left-hand side for Helperl. Helperl will try to get it outside his own line and does. Van Impe carries it right back in though. Squirts it towards the net. That was broken up. Pats get it outside the line again and comes right back in. Zakuski to center ice for Dosdall. That went by him. Dosdall the first one in the corner to get to it. Now he's taken off the puck by Brisky. Brisky behind his own net goes right-hand side for Queering. He goes right up the middle for one of his mates in Selmser. Selmser goes back for Reichert, for Johnston, and that was intercepted by Laux. Laux behind his own net. Will go left-hand side for Zakuski. Can't chip it out. Lindgren keeps it in, throws it to the corner. Laux will get to it there. He makes a move around Selmser. Selmser takes a puck off him though. Lets a quick snapshot go, and he fired it high and wide on the near side. Loose puck in the corner. Selmser for Neil Johnston. Johnston being worked on by Laux. Parsons in there as well. Parsons will be taken off the puck by Selmser. Selmser tries to poke it ahead. It's in a bunch of skates. Finally, the Pats will get it in Dosdall. He goes left-hand side for Helper, who lost his stick. Bounces right to Lindgren at center. He carries it across the Pat line. Drops it for Johnston. He let a shot go that was blocked. Loose puck comes right out in front again. Now Friesen will take it out of harm's way and start back. Jeff Friesen across the line. Tries to make a move around number 4, Tolianic. He was being held on to. No call. Fans want a penalty. And Neil Johnston skates back in his own zone, gets the puck. Perry Johnson will scoop a lead pass off him. Pats come back. Dowie to Kerry Biette. He tried to slide it in front for Friesen, and Clegg made the save. Loose puck in the corner. Biette will try to fire it back out in front. He lost the handle on it. Reichert starts back for Red Deer. He gets to center, backhands it down into the Pats end of things. Rebels make some changes. Perry Johnson behind his own net comes out left-hand side, gets to his own line. Lead pass for one of his mates. No icing as he dumps it in. Rebels can't get to it. Pats will center it out in front. And then Friesen was knocked down. And I don't think there'll be a call on that, but you can hear the buzzer sound to end the second period of play-by-play action here. It's a 3-2 Rebel lead. They have the only goal of that second period. And they will skate to the respective dressing rooms with the Rebels having a 1-goal lead at 3-2.
I think we saw what I expected in the second period. It opened up. It was a lot more freewheeling. There was a lot more end-to-end rush type action. And the first period, let's feel each other out and bump and grind is gone. These teams are ready to go. And look for that third period to be one exciting period of hockey.
We'll take a break, come back with a stats summary, and I'm going to give myself a chance to kind of grab my composure again. That was a tough second period for me. Anyway, we'll take a break. 3-2 Rebels after 2, live from the Agridome. You're listening to Pat's Hockey on Cable Regina.
Welcome back to the Agridome, everyone. Between the second and third period, I'm joined by Pat's forward Scott Laux, also one of the leaders on this club. As you can tell, he wears an A on his left shoulder. I guess first off, Scotty, what do you think the chances are of the club in the next, 5 games in one period to secure a playoff spot?
Well, I think if we come out and work hard every night and do the things that we've been told to do by the coaching staff and play disciplined hockey, I think we've got a great chance to be in the playoffs and not just that last playoff spot, but maybe a couple up there. Sixth place I don't think is out of reach.
As I asked Nathan Dempsey between the first and second, do you guys feel that there's pressure that you got to start winning now, or do you guys just take it, the old cliche goes, one game at a time?
Yeah, there's some pressure. There's no question about that. But the way we got to look at it as players is one game at a time. We can't be looking, 3 or 4 games down the road. We got to concentrate on the game we got in front of us. Every shift, every period. And I think if we look at it that way, I think we should be successful.
In 1992, you were a member of the Kamloops Blazers, who went on to win the Memorial Cup that year. And what kind of experience was that for you? And can you bring some of that into the Pats dressing room come this playoff run right now?
Well, that's always a great experience. I mean, it's one of the toughest championships in the world to win. There's so many teams, and it's a great feeling. But I think that's a long ways behind me now, and I think that maybe a little experience and you go through a lot as a team when you go that far in the playoffs, and when you see a lot of guys that almost want to get going home for summer and stuff, and it's tough to go back to the rink every day and be determined to win that next game and to get that next win. And it's a gritty time of the year, and hopefully I can add in the dressing room a little more grit to this team, and hopefully a little determination to go out and win.
Speaking of grit and determination, you guys have been determined to improve defensively. I think you have in the last couple of games, and it's paid dividends by your goals against not being as high. However, I think it's taken away a little bit from your offense in the sense you're not getting as many goals as you were before.
Well, yeah, but it's defensive hockey that wins you games in the playoffs. It's not the offense, and I think if we can shut down teams, in the playoffs and in these last few games, we're gonna win. I mean, we don't have a team that's going to get beat, 2-1 or 3-2. I think we've got enough scoring punch to pull ourselves through those games. And I mean, if you look at it, if a team doesn't score a goal against you, I mean, you're not going to lose. So I think we've got to play sound defense, and we'll come out on top.
Atmosphere in the dressing room. Everybody's still pretty positive about making a run these last 5 or so games?
Yeah, I think so. I think we had a little rough few days of practice and stuff. We've been on a little losing streak here, but I think we're still pretty upbeat and pretty positive. And I think everyone in the dressing room knows that we can win and know that we got a good team and we can do something here. So I think everyone's still upbeat and got a good frame of mind.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vic Rauter of TSN, the Sports Network. And for the very best in Major League sports coverage, you can tune to TSN. And for the very best in sports coverage around Regina, there's only one place, Cable Regina, Channel 7.
This telecast of Regina Pats Hockey is brought to you on Cable Regina by these.
Carey Biette, and the puck is dropped, and third period action is underway, and the Pats win the draw. Nathan Dempsey will backpedal in his own zone, seek the shelter of behind his own net, and go right-hand side to Perry Johnson. He goes up the wing to Dowie. A lead pass at center for Biette. He was tied up by Lou Batelier. Friesen follows up. He carries it across the line. Trace tries to fake a shot, and then he was just leveled to the ice by Byron Brisky on a good body check. Loose puck in the corner. Marchand will throw it away, almost to Biette. Rebels will get it back. They try to get it outside the line. Friesen keeps it in. A slap shot towards the net. That was blocked in front by Van Imp. And Darren Van Imp will start back at the center. A long slap shot. Hits off the back glass and behind goaltender Mike Walker. Pats get to the rebound. Dowie at center. Had the puck roll off his stick, but Friesen followed up. He couldn't play it. It rolled to Van Imp at his own line. Pats makes some changes. Reichert at center. He gives up the puck, and then he hooks down Scotty Laux at the Pat line. No call. Laux still trying to get on his feet. Now he gets to it. Plays it behind his net for Dion Zakuski. Zakuski will set up shop there. Wrap it around right-hand side to Dosdal. Dosdal cross ice to Friesen at center. He couldn't play it. And Lindgren will pick it up and dump it into the left wing corner. Zakuski in his own zone, can't clear the line. Reichert goes towards the slot, doesn't get a shot away, plays it towards the corner, and Dosdall will get to it behind his own net. He will start back ahead to Scott Laux, ahead to Russ Houston at center, across the Rebel line. He gets taken off the puck by Lindgren. It squirts into Clegg. He goes left-hand side for Zimmer. Dosdall in on him. It rolls back in front of the Rebel net. Dion Zakuski's brother, Jonathan Zakuski, will take that out of harm's way and skate to center ice. Long slap shot in on goaltender Walker from Jonathan Zakuski, the 16-year-old brother of Dion, and the Pats will corral that and skate to center, and Dempsey, long slap shot in on Clegg. He steers that to the right wing corner. Van Imp will get to it behind his own net for McBain. He looks for somebody up the middle, now plays it up to an open wing. Icing waved off as it got by Nathan Dempsey, and it rolls all the way down into Pats territory. Collins up the wing for Houston. He's taken off the puck at center ice, and the Rebels shoot it into the Pats end of things. Nathan Dempsey, lead pass to Kerry Viette. Squirted by him, got to Steve Dowie though. He tried a lead pass for Kerry Viette. That didn't click, but the loose biscuit rolls down into the Rebels end of things, and Brisky goes back to touch it. We'll get an icing call against the Pats. 17:42 left in the third period. 3-2 Rebels live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Face off to the right of goaltender Mike Walker, Paul Edmunds and Rob Jamont back at the Agrodome. Pats trail the Rebels by 1 at 3-2. Parsons behind his own net, left-hand side to Dion Zakuski, ahead to Kerry Viette. It gets behind him but squirts out to the neutral ice area. Viette will get it back from Dowie at center. He's taken off the puck at the Rebel line. Johnson picks it up for the Rebels, shoots it to center. Dion Zakuski will throw it right back in. Van Imp off the boards to center. Parsons will try to clear it. He gets taken off the puck. Selmser starts back right-hand side for Johnson. A slap shot right on. A rebound out in front for Selmser. Went to the backhand, and he had nothing but a post or a net to shoot at, and he got in too tight. Kerry Viette comes back at center. Across the Rebel line, he's taken off the puck. Shoots it in, but Jeff Friesen on the left-hand side was in ahead of the play. We'll get an offside call against the Regina Pats. 17:01 left in this third period. 3-2 Rebels.
Pats are giving up too many chances in their own zone. Red Deer's had some excellent opportunities to pad their lead so far with only 3 minutes gone here in the first period. And Selmser had a great opportunity, just couldn't get it up, couldn't get it past the post.
Got in a little too tight, I think, on the backhand. Face-off will take place outside the Rebel line. Far side wall. Pats will send out Kuflick, Houston, and Petruik. Harry Johnson will play defense as well as Nathan Dempsey. And it looks like Mike Walker is going to attend to some equipment repairs, so we'll get a stoppage of play here. And Torch Simpson will come out and give him a hand. I think it might be with the strap around the pad to the skate area.
No, he's got the stone out. He's trying to rub a burr out of Walker's skates there. There we go. There's the good angle. Thanks, Mike, for moving a little bit for us.
That Torch Simpson's good-looking guy, good-looking kid, isn't he?
Yeah.
Look at, he smiles all the time.
Don't comment on his hair.
No, I won't. Other than the fact that it's red. There he goes, Torch Simpson. Real name is Mark, but the first day I met him, he said, my name is Mark Simpson, but you can call me Torch, everybody else does.
He started something on fire off a skate sharpener or something. That's how he got the nickname anyway. So it has nothing to do with his red hair.
Okay. That's when the draw, dump it in the Rebels territory. Tolianic off the back wall will feed it by one of his wingers, and it gets by Perry Johnson all the way down the ice. Walker will stop it, leave it for Nathan Dempsey behind his own net. Dempsey on the right-hand side for Jeff Petruik. He skates to his own line, gets to center ice, and dumps the puck into Rebel territory. Houston will give chase in the corner against McBain. Houston will leave it there for Kuflick. Back to Houston, back to the point for Nathan Dempsey. A slap shot went wide. Kuflick at the side of the net, failed to direct it towards the net. Rebels get it out to the neutral ice area. Perry Johnson hammers it right back in. Pats clear the line. Rebels Cardinal will come out. Lead pass for Berkeley Pennick at center across the pad line. He backhands it in to the right wing corner. Walker will play it around to the near side wall for Jeff Petruik. Petruik will start back for the Pats. Long lead pass left hand side for Kuflick. He crosses over the Rebel line. He Gets bumped hard there by Brisky along the far side wall. They both go down. Loose puck comes to Collins, left side point. He lets a shot go. It was blocked in front, and he gets it back again. Collins, another shot. It's blocked. Zakuski is shot, and he fired it over the net. Off the back wall, Kuflick will keep it. In behind the net for Houston. He looks for somebody in front. It's taken off his stick by Van Imp. Zakuski will pinch in and try to throw it in the corner. It's knocked down there by a glove of Van Imp. And he starts back, gets to his own line, backhands it to the Pat line, carries it in offside as it came outside, and finally the whistle sounds. It'll be offside against the Rebels. 15:38 left in this third period. 3-2 Red Deer live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pat's Hockey on Cable Regina. Pats dump the puck into Rebel territory. Rebels will try to clear it out left-hand side to Richardson. He can't get it out, but he got some help from Terry Lindgren. He finds a seam, fires it down the ice. Terry Johnson off the back wall in his own zone will touch the puck. We'll get an icing call against Red Deer.
Red Deer's playing well. Like I said, they're doing the things they have to do to win on the road. Just dump the puck off the glass. A lot of credit's got to go to Van Imp, the defenseman for Red Deer, who's the Eastern Division nominee for Defenseman of the Year. He's played an exceptional game, cleared guys out of the front of the net, moved the puck very well. He's been a big part of Red Deer keeping their zone free this period.
How would you like to be in a situation that he was in? 2 years ago, he was in Prince Albert, and then his hometown is Red Deer, and they have an expansion draft, and you get to go home to play your last couple of years of Western hockey.
Him and Richardson, that's got to be a gift. I mean, that's got to be a gift to go home and play like that in front of their hometown crowd. That's just excellent.
Pats lose the draw in Red Deer territory. Left-hand side is Richardson. He goes lead pass for Marchand at center. He dumps the puck in left wing corner. Will give chase in Pats territory. He falls down in the corner. Pats will try to clear it up and do to Corey Dosdall near side wall. He gets to his own line, shovels it ahead to Helperl at center. He just left it and rolls into the Red Deer end of things. Louch and Helperl collide at the Rebel line, and if you're scoring, they're on the same team. Kolianis behind his own net, wraps it off the glass, takes a weird carom and bounces out to the neutral ice area. Perry Johnson will play it right back in. Pats will make some changes. Lindgren right-hand side to his winger, Lou Batelier. He couldn't get it out. Lindgren follows up. Loose puck in the corner. Dosdall will get to it. He plays it behind the net for Dowie. He couldn't get it out in front. Here's Helperl. Centers it out. Zakuski, a shot. He scored! Actually, it was Corey Dosdall that cleared it over on the left-hand side on the point for Dion Zakuski. He walked into a laser beam and went top shelf on Jason Clegg, and the Pats have tied up the score at 3.
Zakuski just got a hold of one. That's the only way to describe it. He was able to step in and tee it up. Clegg didn't have much of an opportunity. Dosdall in the corner, right in the slot to Zakuski. Great shot by Zakuski. Quick snapshot over the guy sliding out, and Clegg didn't have a chance.
Where did I get Helperl from? Dion Zakuski will get credit for the goal. It will be his 8th from Dosdall. 5:28 mark, and the Pats have evened things up here at 3. Off the ensuing face-off, Pats will get to center ice and dump the puck into Rebel territory. Dowie gets chased down the right wing corner. In behind the net for Friesen, couldn't play it. Zakuski left side point. He lets a shot go towards the net. A rebound out in front, and it's cleared out of harm's way by Van Imp. Right-hand side to Reichert. He flips it up to the Pat line. Wilkie has it there. He circles away from everybody. Gets to center, a lead pass for Jeff Friesen. Right-hand side goes towards the net. He's tackled and dragged into the net by Byron Brisky. And Mr. Brisky will sit for 2 minutes. And the Pats, when we come back, will go on power play number 3. 13:58 left in this third period. 3-3 is the score. Live from the Agrodome, you're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Goaltender Jason Clegg. Pats on the power play for the 3rd time tonight. They are 1 for 2. They will send out Kerry Viette, Perry Johnson, Steve Dowie, David Wilkie, and Jeff Friesen. Wilkie will play the left side point, Friesen the right. Larry Biet lost the draw. Rebels try to shoot it out and do, and it rolls all the way down the ice. Walker will stop it behind his own net. Jeff Friesen will get to it. He sets up there and goes right-hand side to David Wilkie. He will streak to center ice. Get across the Rebel line. Right-hand side for Dowie. Makes a nice move. Goes left-hand side. Nobody was home. Loose puck in the corner. Wilkie will get to it far side wall. Skates back to the point. Right side point for Friesen. Near side wall now. He makes a nice move around Johnston. Cuts towards the middle. Lost the puck. It's rebound out in front. Biet's got a shot away. And I don't know if he hit the post. Loose puck on the far side wall. Dowie crashes his man Van Imp in the corner. Van Imp will try to glove it ahead. It's picked off by Friesen. He centers it out in front. A loose puck. Perry Johnson will get to it at the point. He takes a couple of high sticks for it. No call. Then Jeff Friesen is knocked off the puck. Terry Biet goes to it in the corner. Van Imp will try to get it out. He can't. Kept it out in front. A loose puck to bang it away to Dowie. Another shot. Dowie had a couple of shots. He hit the post. Right side point. Wilkie couldn't hold it in. And it rolls by him and all the way down the ice. Pat's buzzing around. Holy smokes. 50 seconds left in the Pats' third power play opportunity. Dowie at center. Backhands it down into Rebel territory. Clegg will play it right back out to the center ice area. And Laux had an opportunity to stop it there, but it got by him and rolled all the way down into the Pats zone. Dosdall ahead to his own line to Russ Houston. He skates to center. Back to Dosdall. Right-hander, let a shot go. A rebound out in front, kicked away by Clegg. Right side point is Wilkie. Left side point is Dempsey. He puts the puck towards the net. That took a weird carom and bounce to the corner, and Wilkie can't hold it in on a clearing attempt by the Rebels, and it rolls all the way down the ice. Wilkie will get a lead pass from Walker. Right-hand side to Dosdall across the Rebel line. Into the corner for Houston. He centers it out in front. A loose puck, and somebody got a shot away in Laux. He was hauled down to the ice. Rebels can't clear the line. Now they do, as Dosdall carried it outside the Rebel line. He played it off the boards to center. Neil Johnston starts back. A slap shot right on. Walker will make the save. Rebels are back to full strength. And then we get a little pushing and shoving inside Pat's territory. Dosdall comes in with a stick on Neil Johnston. And Johnston will skate away, and we'll get some penalties out of that. Pat's now 1 for 3 with the man advantage.
The Pats had all kinds of opportunities there, controlled the play real well in the Red Deer zone early, but didn't get a lot of shots in the latter end of that power play opportunity. Now we're going to see some of this late chippy talk crap. That's the best way to put it.
Are you one of those guys that likes to see the guys get her going if you're going to get her going?
Don't stand around and talk. Like, if you want to talk, write a letter. Call each other, you know, but like, you know, dance or sit down. That's what I always say. If you're
dance or get off the floor.
That's right. Don't waste my time.
Face off to the left of goaltender Mike Walker. 3-3 is the score. 11:54 left in this third period. Pats will send out Kerry Biet, Jeff Friesen. They lose the draw. Right side point is Van Imp. Skates towards the middle. A shot. A rebound out in front, and Dempsey will sweep it out of harm's way, not outside the line. Another shot by Van Imp. Cleared to the corner by Walker. Loose puck. Zimmer will pick it up for Reichert in behind the Pat net. Works his way to the corner. Tries to spin away from Kerry Biet. He was hauled down. Pats will try to shoot it right-hand side for Pachuik. He can't clear the line. It comes to Kerry Biet in front of his own net, and he will find a seam and fire it out to center ice. Jeff Friesen couldn't get it there. Zimmer will start back for Red Deer. Across the Pat line. Straddles the line. Works his way to the far side wall. Still with the puck. Into the corner. Far side for Tyler Queering. Right side point for Brisky. A slap shot kicked away by Walker. Loose puck bounces right out to Pachuik. He'll try a lead pass for Kerry Biet. Too far for him though. Biet will get to it. Try to center it out in front to Friesen. Then he took a hit for it. Loose puck rolled into the corner as Biet's centering pass went off a skate. Reichert gets to it. Gets to center ice and skates to the red line and dumps it into Pat territory. Nathan Dempsey will spin away from a check of Tyler Query. He banks it off the back wall to Jeff Friesen. Back to Nathan Dempsey in their own zone. Right-hand side for Jeff Pachuik. Pachuik will get to center ice and then dump the puck in a Rebel territory. Wraps all the way around the boards. Eddie Marchand will pick it up. He can't clear the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage of play, as I believe it's an offside call, a late one on the Pats. 10:38 left in the third period. 3-3 is the score. Live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Shoot the puck into Rebel territory. Dosdall will get to it to Helper on the corner. He tries to center it out in front. Still has the puck in his skates. Now he loses it, and the Rebels will start back. Dosdall trying to give chase on the back check. He does. The puck came out to center ice where Wilkie had it taken off his stick by Richardson. Here's Marchand, a quick shot. He scores! Pats guilty of kind of fooling around with the puck, Rob, in the neutral ice area, and then 3 Rebels carried it across the Pat line. Marchand with a long shot beat Mike Walker from well out, and it's 4-3 Rebels.
You watch it here, the Pats' mistake is they gave away the puck early. Marchand just walked in. That's the second goal we've also seen scored from high out in the slot above the top of the faceoff circle. I mean, give Red Deer credit. They were just sitting there waiting for the loose puck that Regina wouldn't control. But Walker's got to be able to make those saves from that far away.
Another unassisted tallying for Eddie Marchand. He'll pick up the goal to give the Rebels a lead at 9:59. And for Eddie Marchand, that will be goal, as I'm trying to find it here and can't. That'll be goal number 18. Off the ensuing faceoff, Pats dumped the puck into Rebel territory. A good hit by Steve Dowie. Loose puck in the corner. Friesen will try to get to it to Dowie in behind the net. He looks for somebody in front, plays it out in front. It hit Van Imp, and he gets to it and goes left-hand side to Cardinal, and the Rebels start back outside their own zone. Curtis Cardinal to center. Across the Pat line, tries to get around Perry Johnson. Still has the puck. Works in behind the Pats net. Still has the puck. Centers it out in front. Pats can't clear as Dempsey had a chance. Far side wall. The Rebels will keep it in to Sean Selmser. He tries to center it out in front to Pennick. Loose puck rolls to the corners and hit the back of the net. Pennick will get to it. Now he's stripped to the puck by number 21, Kerry Biette. Biette a long lead pass to center ice for Steve Dowie. He plays it ahead for Jeff Friesen. He got as far as the Rebel line, was taken off the puck, and the Rebels shoot it to center. Wilkie will pick it up at the red line, across the Rebel line. Near side wall, works his way in the corner. Will circle the wagons around Van Imp. Van Imp takes him off the puck, still tries to get to it. He's all tied up. Rebels try to clear it out and do, as they got some help from Craig Reichert. He takes a body check from Dion Zakuski in front of the Pats bench at their own line. Steve Dowie will come back at center ice across the Rebel line, tried to play it back for Kuflick. He got all tied up with Lindgren. Koljanich will pick up the loose puck, bank it off the glass, and all the way down into Pats territory. Dion Zakuski goes back to touch it. We'll get an icing call against the Pats. 8:31 left in this third period. 4-3 Rebels, live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Goaltender Jason Clegg. Pats win the draw. They poke it to the corner. Pachua can't get to it. Koljanich will get to it behind his own net. Try to fight his way off a couple of checks. Kuflick will take him off the puck as he's battling against 2 Rebels. Still in there against Reichert. Puck squirts loose to the Rebels, and they shoot it out to the neutral ice area. Wilkie has to backpedal in his own zone to pick it up, and will circle around Brad Zimmer and try to start back. Wilkie, lead pass to Russ Houston. He plays it ahead for Kuflick. That was intercepted by Lindgren. Lindgren gets to center, dumps the puck into the Pats end of things. Neil Johnston gets a hook around David Wilkie, hauls him down to the ice, and that's going to be a penalty call. Walker will vacate the net. Pats will touch it, and now the Rebels will touch it as it went into Walker's pads. And the Pats will go on the power play here for the 4th time tonight. They are 1 for 3 with the man advantage as Neil Johnston hooked David Wilkie to the ice, and here's the replay on it.
Well, Johnston's just forechecking, but a little over anxiously, and pulls Wilkie down. But if the replay continues, Walker comes out a little too early. He should wait till the puck clears his zone. He's taking a big chance. He gets right across the middle. That puck hits the back of his skate and rolls into the net. She's a goal for Red Deer, and there's nothing Regina can do about it.
Pats will get a chance to tie up the score here as they go on power play number 4. They are 1 for 3. 4-3 the Rebels lead in this third period. 7:51 left in this final frame. Face-off will take place outside the Pat line, far side wall. They will send out Laux, Dosdall, Russ Houston, David Wilkie, and Perry Johnson. Pats win the draw. Dosdall near side wall, headman pass to Scott Laux at his own line. He couldn't handle it, and it rolled back off his skate into the Pats end of things, and Wilkie will start back again. Right wing side for Dosdall. He had some problems with it. Lux will follow up play to Wilkie. He gets to center ice. A long slap shot in on Clegg. Clegg will find a seam and try to fire it out. It does come out. Perry Johnson put it right back in. And we'll get an offside call against the Pats. And you had a better advantage point on that one than I did. Did it come outside?
It's close. It's really close. I think the player was outside the line, but I think he got a stick over and kept the puck in. But the referee is right there. We do give him the benefit of the doubt, even though we have questioned a couple other calls earlier.
So the Pats with 1 minute and 32 seconds left. In this power play, it's number 4. They're 1 for 3. We'll make some changes. They'll send out Biet, Friesen, Dowie, Wilkie, and Perry Johnson. Rebels win the draw just outside their own line and fire it all the way down the ice. Perry Johnson, left-hand side to Jeff Friesen. He skates to center ice. Friesen across the line, dumps it in the corner. Kerry Biet will get to it. Right wing side. He tries to feed it behind the net. He's stripped by 2 Rebels. And Curtis Cardinal finds a seam between the Pats' defense and wraps it down the rink once again. Nathan Dempsey will set up shop behind his own net. Come out right in the middle of it. Goes left-hand side for Wilkie. Gets it up to Kerry Biet at center across the Rebel line. He dumps it in the corner. Jeff Friesen will give chase behind the Rebel net. Clegg way out of his net to play it. Played it right on the stick of Steve Dowie. Dowie in behind the net for Kerry Biet. Biet tried to center it, bounced off a shin pad and rolls to the corner. Poljanich and Kerry Biet will give chase. Biet back to the point for Nathan Dempsey. He lets a shot go towards the net, and that was easily gloved by Jason Clegg, who bent down and scooped it off the ice. But nonetheless, Pats will get an opportunity for another face-off. 2,962 here tonight.
Not bad, not bad. That's also sold tickets. You got to remember, there's always looks a different amount than they actually say, but a good crowd for the Pats here on their ticket exchange night. David Wilkie's skating looks really labored. His knees got to be bothering him a lot. He looks like he's struggling to get back a lot of the play, and he's not skating really well. He's not got a real flow to the way he's skating tonight.
Face off to the right of goaltender Jason Clegg. There's some ice problems here at the Rebel line near side wall. So the linesman and referee Tom Cowell will attend to it, and then Tom Cowell has a little squirt of water.
It's allowed. It's allowed. I know you're not happy with the officiating, but it's allowed.
I never said anything about the officiating. Pats will send out Russ Houston, Kerry Biet, Dempsey, Friesen, and Wilkie. Wilkie and Friesen on the points. Pats lose the draw. Van Imp will wrap it around the boards, and it gets by Jeff Friesen, right side point, and all the way down the ice. 30 seconds left in the Pats power play. They trail by 1, 4-3. Dempsey, left-hand side of his own line to Jeff Friesen. He skates to center. Across the Rebel line, tries to get around Lindgren, goes towards the net, centers it out in front. Here's Dempsey, a shot, kicked away, a rebound, they're banging away at the side of the net. It comes loose to the corner. Dempsey will keep it in. Back to the point for Kerry Biet, a slap shot, he fired it well wide. Off the back wall, Wilkie, left side point. He'll let a snapshot go, a rebound, Kerry Biet, they're banging away at it in front of Biet, had a chance. And then he was cross-checked from behind into the post. And the net comes off its pegs. Kerry Biet looking for goal number 100 tonight on his career.
I was with the Pats when Kerry started, and his career didn't start out what I would call exactly really well. But Kerry's had some big goals for the Pats. He scored a few overtime winners, and he scored some big goals in the playoffs that one year. Biet's been a valuable addition to this hockey club. I thought the referee was going to call a cross-checking penalty, though, in front of the net there when Biet got knocked down.
Come on. You serious?
I thought he was. I thought he had his arm up.
1 second left in the Pats power play. The penalty to Neil Johnston of the Red Deer Rebels. Face off to the right of Rebels goaltender Jason Clegg. Pats send out Laux, Patruik, Dosdall, Dempsey, and Dion Zakuski. They trail 4-3 with 5:52 left. Pats lose the draw. It's picked up by Toljanek, seeks the shelter behind his own net, and banks it off the wall to his own line to Johnston, who's out of the box. Headman pass to Reichert. He crossed over the Pats line. A snapshot locked in front. He gets a rebound. Another shot kicked away by Walker. Pats get the puck up to Jeff Patruik. 2-on-2 at center ice. Tries to go inside out on Lindgren. Drops it for Dosdall. Dosdall will feed it in front to Zakuski. A shot. He fired it wide. Off the back wall. Pats try to center it back out in front. They're banging away at it. Laux is tripped on the play. He gets the puck to Dosdall in the corner. He goes back to Laux near side wall. He centers it out in front. Patruik was nowhere near him. And number 19, Craig Reichert, gets to the puck and fires it into the Rebel bench. And we'll get a stoppage of play.
I'll give Laux credit. He got hooked earlier in the second period there, and it was kind of ugly. That one, I think Scott fell more than he got actually pulled down on the play. He was looking for the call. The referees essentially said, okay, boys, play it out now. You've got it. You know, I've given you each the same amount of penalties and power plays. You're just going to have to finish the game on your own. I'm not going to give you the power play.
Face off to the right of goaltender Jason Clegg. Here's the replay on it, and there's Laux getting tripped. There he is getting tripped. Yeah, it was questionable, Robbie?
It was questionable.
Okay.
It was questionable.
No problem. Jeff Pachuuk does a little pushing and shoving with one of the Rebels on the right-hand side. That looks like Pete Lubitelier. And referee Tom Cowell will come over and place Lubitelier's stick to where he wants it. And the fans enjoyed that. Laux will take the draw against Eddie Marchand. Laux will lose it. Rebels will have it. Here's Van Impe, long lead pass for Richardson, and center was broken up by Wilkie. He takes a bump, but he scooped it ahead to Pachuuk, and he dumps it on a backhand into Rebel territory. Van Impe will start back right-hand side for Lubitelier. He tries to go cross ice for Marchand. Bouncing puck in the neutral ice area. Pachuuk will shovel it down into the Rebel end again. Brisky behind his own net as the Pats will make some changes. Brisky, right-hand side for one of his mates in Lubitelier. He skates to his own line, flips it over the head of everybody, rolls down into Pats territory. Wilkie and Richardson will bump there. Richardson with the puck. He takes a good body check from Scotty Laukson behind the Pats net. Pats can't clear the line. Pachuuk bumps into Quirin. Quirin still has the puck far side wall though. He throws it in behind the Pats net. Loose puck is picked up by Reichert near side wall now. He centers it out in front to Quirin. He circles away. Now he tries to let his shot go. Dowie gave up on his net. He hit the post. A rebound. They score!
The Pats gave up. They gave up in their own end. They stood around. They watched Red Deer control the play. Red Deer didn't even forecheck. The Pats just did not move the puck out at all. If you watch it on the replay here, it's going to look like Red Deer just had their own way. Look at Quiring, not forechecking. He just keeps the puck in at the line. Look at it come all the way around. Red Deer guy, first guy to the puck. How come that's the case? He gets all kinds of time to shoot here. Dowie doesn't go to him, How can, I mean, you can't stand around and watch Red Deer skate around in your own zone like that.
And that's exactly what happened. 5-3 Red Deer. 4:19 left in this third period.
Assist to number 9.
Pats will send out and keep out Kerry Biette, Steve Dowie, Jeff Friesen, Perry Johnson, and Nathan Dempsey. And Reichert will pick up his goal and gives the Rebels a 2-goal cushion. Pats send the puck out to center ice. Van Impe will drive it right back in. Behind his own net is Perry Johnson, right wing side for Steve Dowie. Dowie pokes it ahead to Friesen at center. He's poked off the puck by Johnston. Biette will follow up. Now he's poked off the puck again by Johnston, who was on his stomach, and it rolls to Perry Johnson. Johnson drives it in the Red Deer end, and it's picked up off the back wall by the Rebels in Van Impe. He will skate to his own line, skate to center ice, and dump the puck by Nathan Dempsey all the way into the Pats end of things. Rebels and Pats will make some changes. Perry Johnson, right wing side for Scotty Laux. He chips it into Red Deer territory. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left in this third period. 5-3 Red Deer. Loose puck in the corner. Laux will poke it out in front. Here's Houston, a shot, and he fired it wide off the back wall. Clegg will rip it around the left wing side. Wilkie pinches in. He gets the puck, throws it in the corner for Dosdall. Dosdall will try to go back to the point. It was intercepted by Richardson, and he throws it out to the neutral ice area. Laux, left-hand side for Zakuski. He dumps the puck into Rebel territory. Dosdall gives chase in there against Donaldson. He wraps him hard into the boards. Toljanich comes away with the puck, finds a seam, fires it down the ice. Zakuski will go back to touch it. We'll get an icing call against the Rebels. 2:50 left in this third period. 5-3 Red Deer, live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Edmunds, Rob Jamon back at the Agrodome. Pats win the draw, right side point is Friesen. He makes a move there, everybody ties up a man, still has the puck, centers it out in front, he's banging away at a shot, and it gets somehow under Clegg, and he manages to keep it out of the net as Dowie was in there looking for a loose puck, but a good job by the Pats. 2:42 left in this third period, 5-3 Red Deer Rebels.
Key to that play right there is the Red Deer defense aren't standing around. They tied up the Pats forwards. The shot wasn't great. It got to it. Clay can handle it easy. There's no rebound. Look at everybody's got somebody tied up. Nobody's free or loose to get a loose puck. Good job by the Red Deer defense.
We'll try the face-off play once again. Kerry Biet will try to draw it back to Jeff Friesen, right side point. And it does come to Jeff Friesen, right side point, straddles the Rebel line, throws it towards the net. That went wide. Kerry Biet will try to get away from Neil Johnston. And we're going to get a holding call and a roughing call. Holding call against Neil Johnston and a roughing call against Kerry Biet. And he gets to stick up with Van Impe a little bit. And now he'll skate to the penalty box area. But Neil Johnston had a hold of Kerry Biet's stick. If we'll get a replay on it, I don't know if the guys had a shot of it. The guys do a great job on Cable Regina, Channel 7 here. And there's the replay. Look at this. Off the face-off, we're going to see it. Robbie, take it away.
Puck goes back to the point, but the tie-up's back here. It's Biet and Johnston are right
He's trying to
off
get
the
away
draw.
from him.
Biet's reminded him that he doesn't really want his stick held.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Biet overreacted a little bit, but Johnston did his job. He tied up the other centerman so that he wasn't able to go free to the net.
2:35 left in this third period. 5-3 Rebels. Face off to the left of goaltender Jason Clegg. Pats will send out Gosdahl, Laux, Dempsey, Friesen, and Perry Johnson. And they, I dare say, would like to get one here off this face-off on that play that they used. Laux will take the draw against Eddie Marchand. And they'll try to draw it back to Jeff Friesen. Pats will win the draw. Friesen will get it at the Red Deer line. He shovels it towards the net. That was taken out of harm's way by Marchand. And he finds a seam and fires it off the boards all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Jeff Friesen behind his own net flips it up to the neutral ice area all the way down into Rebel territory. Got by Marchand. Clegg out of his net to play it. Plays it off the boards to his own line. Zimmer carries it back into his own zone. Circles up towards the center of the ice. Banks it off the boards and all the way down into the Pats end of things. Nathan Dempsey will give chase in the corner, as does Scott Laux and Reichert. Perry Johnson will pick up the loose biscuit behind his own net. He will feed it ahead to Nathan Dempsey. Dempsey, with 2 minutes left, will leave Jeff Friesen up at center ice. He lost the puck at the Red Deer line. Cardinal will send Reichert in at the Pat line. He couldn't handle it. Pats will try to come back at center ice. They overskated it a couple of times, and the Rebels shoot it down into Pats territory. Walker will leave it as some miscommunication between the Pats. It's centered out in front. Nathan Dempsey will try to wrap it to the boards and does. Jeff Pachuik will get to it. He tries to play it on the far side wall, intercepted by Query. Left-hand side for Toljan. It's a shot and a glove hand save by Walker. A loose puck out in front. They're banging away at it, and the Pats flatten a couple of Rebels in front of their own net. Pachuik will start back at center ice. Left-hand side, tries to go wide on Lindgren. Works his way in the corner, behind the Rebel net. Comes out in front. They're banging away to Dowie. A shot, another shot, and a great save by Jason Clegg on Steve Dowie, who had 2 opportunities. 1:08 left in this third period. 5-3 Rebels.
Again, excellent work by the Rebels defense. Houston's right in front. If that puck comes loose, he should be able to bury it. No, Toyanovich has got them all tied up there. Here's the scoring opportunity at the other end. It just dribbled wide of the goal, and they couldn't get control of it in front before Gosdahl went in and leveled the Red Deer forward. But again, an excellent job by the Red Deer defense in their own zone of tying up the Pats and not leaving any loose pucks there for them to corral and score with.
Somebody will call a timeout, so we'll take a timeout. 1:08 left in the third period. 5-3 Rebels. Live from the Agrodome, you're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Out the exit doors.
By 5-3, people in Regina do have a tendency to leave early. I remember one time in the playoffs a few years ago, they had all bailed out and left, and we were down by 2 goals. And we came back, tied the game with about 30 seconds left and won it in overtime, and they were driving their cars back into the parking lot and running back into the rink so they could catch the overtime. So don't be in a big hurry yet, folks. Stick around. This game isn't over yet.
Pats have pulled their goaltender with a face-off down deep in the Red Deer Rebels end of things. So they will send out Corey Dosdall, Scott Laux, Russ Houston, Helperl, Wilkie, and Friesen. Dosdall will take the draw, try to draw it back for Friesen. And he will win the draw. It comes to Friesen, right side point. Over to David Wilkie, a blast.
Don't leave yet.
1:04 left in this third period. It's 5-4 Rebels. And we saw the wrath of David Wilkie on that one again because he just let fly, but a good job by Dosdall to win the draw. And a good job by Friesen to spot Wilkie, and he just wound up in the one-timer and ripped it by Jason Clegg.
There it is, Friesen to Wilkie. Friesen's got the tendency to give him that nice soft pass right between the legs so you can one-time it. Clegg did everything he could to get across. At least he saw it this time, but he just couldn't get anything on it to keep it from going in the goal. It's a set play. Everybody uses it. You know what's going to happen, but Regina executed it to perfection.
Friesen and Dawsey will get assists. Wilkie's 34th, 18:56. Mike Walker is back in the net. So, 1:04 left in this third period. 5-4 Red Deer Rebels. Face-off will take place at center ice. Pats will continue with Dosdall, Laux, and Friesen. Wilkie and Dempsey will play the points with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. And now we've got some discussions between Tom Cowell and Red Deer coach Peter Anholt.
Something about the clock. They were worried about the time on the clock for some reason. It seems to have been solved though.
At center ice, off the ensuing face-off, Pats win the draw. Nathan Dempsey at his own line, right wing side to Wilkie. He will dance to center ice, a lead pass for Friesen. Couldn't handle it, rolls into Red Deer territory. They wrap it right back out. Walker is out of his net, and Dosdall will pick it up behind his own net. He tries to play it off a skate, and it just about went in the open Pats net. Wilkie will start back for the Pats. Wilkie at center ice, left-hand side for Laux. He plays it off the boards to the corner. Wilkie will get to it there. He bumps with his man. Houston in there as well. 33 seconds left. Centered out in front. They're banging away at it, and Laux had a chance, and the Rebels sweep it out of harm's way all the way to the Pat line. 25 seconds left. Nathan Dempsey in his own zone. Will start back. Lead pass for Corey Dosdall. He can't play it. Houston will follow up. Cross over the Rebel line. 15 seconds left. Centers it out in front. A loose puck. It comes back to Dempsey. A slap shot. A rebound. Holy smokes, they hang on. And then some pushing and shoving will ensue at the side of the Rebel net. And Houston gets tied up with one of the Rebels. 8.3 seconds left in this third period. 5-4 Rebels will get a face-off to the left of goaltender Jason Clegg.
Corey Dosdall did a heck of a job to stay on side. Watch this at the blue line. Dosdall reaches back with his toe, keeps himself on side. Great work by Dosdall to keep himself in the game and not have a blue line, a face-off come outside the blue line. But a good job by the Pats to get a shot away and get something out of it at the end.
Russ Houston will probably,
He will shower.
He will scrub up. So we'll get a face-off to the left of goaltender Jason Clegg, and another timeout has been called. So, you know what? Following with tradition, we'll take another timeout. 8.3 seconds left in this third period. 5-4 Rebels. Live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina. Tell your team to be a little cognizant of that face-off play. So what do you do to try to defend it? The other thing, if you're Al Dumba, knowing that he wants to defend against it, what do you do?
Well, Anholt's got to send one guy with Wilkie to the far side, or whoever the shooter's going to be to that side. He's got to have one guy that just goes with him, and one guy's got to break through to tie up Friesen at the point. Okay, that's the two guys you have to take care of, because they're what makes it work. For the Pats, they have to make sure that they tie up everybody in front of the Red Deer net, that nobody can get free to create that problem. They have to get the puck to Friesen and over to Wilkie, but tie up everybody in front as well.
Face off to the left of Jason Clegg. Pat's net is empty once again. Biette, Dosdal, Laux, Helperl, Friesen, and Wilkie out there. Dosdal will take the draw as everybody tries to get set up. And the whistle's gone about 3 times here, Rob. Finally, Dosdal will get set. He'll try to win it back to Jeff Friesen. It goes to Laux. He lets a backhand go wide. Wilkie to the puck in the corner. Can't get to it. The clock will tick down. And that will end it for the Red Deer Rebels. They will walk out of here with 2 points, and Dosdal roughs up Neil Johnston in front of the Rebel net. Then Van Imp fires the puck at Dosdal. Helperl in there. Everybody's off the bench for the Red Deer Rebels. Pats only have 4 guys on the ice. Now 5 guys. And the linesmen will try to get in and break it up, and they do. Tom Cowell will send the Rebels to their respective dressing room. But the Rebels come in here and take 2 points from the Pats, and they are now 1 point ahead of the Pats in the WHL's East Division.
Well, we talked about that best-of-7 series, and the Pats in their 7 games are 0-2. PA's 1-0 and the Red Deer's 1-0, so the Pats are behind the 8 ball in this best-of-7 playoff already.
Are they ever? Wow, I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't. Confused, frustrated.
You can't have a game like tonight, which you know is essentially a playoff game, get outplayed in your own building, and they did. I mean, they got outplayed for 45 of the 60 minutes tonight, and you can't have that and be in a drive for the playoffs. It just can't happen that way. They have to get some inspired play from the likes of Friesen, Dosdal, Biette, and Wilkie, and we didn't see it till there was about 3 minutes left on the clock. So someone's got to have a talk with those boys. He's got to make them realize you can't be 0-2 in the last 7 and still have a hope for that last playoff spot.
Okay, we'll take a break, come back with a post-game show. Pats lose 5-4 live from the Agrodome. You're listening to Pats Hockey on Cable Regina.
Welcome back to the Agrodome, everyone. The Regina Pats and Red Deer Rebels have concluded their contest here tonight at the Agrodome, and you get the feeling that still with only 5 games left in the 93-94 regular season for the Regina Pats, there's a playoff atmosphere in the air already. The next Pats action here on Cable Regina Channel 7 comes your way March 21st at 1:30 p.m. when the Regina Pats take on the Swift Current Broncos. Until then, on behalf of all the technical crew at Cable Regina Channel 7, this is Paul Edmunds saying good night, and we'll see you next time.
Today's telecast of Regina Pats Hockey was brought to you on Cable Regina by these community-minded sponsors: Fuddruckers, Loop City, Pizza Hut, Subway Sandwiches, Eaton's, and The Watch Shop.